The industry perspective is a space for those in the industry to speak freely about their experiences without fear of retaliation or a negative review. The views and opinions shared here are solely that of the individual and do not reflect the establishments in which they work. With that said, if you feel offended by these jokes, fuck it. We weren't expecting to get tipped by you anyway.
This motherfucker got the drips. He's got the drips.
Air cheers.
Yo, air cheers. This is a bunch of bros.
Sorry guys, air cheers. I mean, I guess we can touch tips.
I can't touch anybody.
No Diddy.
Wow. All Diddy over here.
Apparently.
Oh man, every time I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I wish I could go back to bed. It's because of hanging out with motherfuckers like y'all, and I'm here for it. Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone,
Yes.
to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight. What goes on behind the scene? Your favorite.
Hello?
I tried to reverse and say what goes on behind the scene and say scenes, and then my fucking transmission blew out. My transmission blew
Did
out.
that clutch just get stuck? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got
Welcome
no
back.
Gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in
Ain't
it.
got no gas in it.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective. I slowed it down this time because you guys make comments and everybody makes comments about how fast I go. So,
What? They made comments about that?
yeah.
That's
About
crazy.
goddamn time.
I never knew that.
About goddamn time. Whatever, dude.
About goddamn time. Yeah.
Whatever.
What's up,
Yeah,
motherfuckers?
go ahead, take over.
Huzzah! Bitches.
Huzzah indeed.
I'm dead as fuck.
Man. Oh, no, that is true.
Go ahead, carry
Nah.
on. Don't mind me.
No. I want to watch this.
No, we
come
needed to
on,
let
come
that
on
soak
with
Let's
in.
do it.
We needed to let that
What?
soak
All I
in.
said was I'm dead as fuck.
Oh.
That was, go ahead. Don't wait on me. Don't
yeah.
let me hold you up.
So,
Welcome back, Jeffrey.
I want to. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, gentlemen. It's good
Good to see you
gentlemen.
too.
hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Gracias. Thank you, seventh grade teacher. Yeah. That's all I got.
The camera's
right.
not
That's all.
there.
That's all they needed.
It's okay.
Camera's up there.
There we go.
Hi. I see myself, and now I'm embarrassed. So
That is what we strive for with this show.
what I was getting toward was, are you fucking with me? Like, are you actually, like, you Nando? Are you fucking with me?
Nah, bruh.
Okay,
Nah.
Roberto, not you. Roberto, are you
Si,
fucking
senor.
with me?
No, I fucks with you, but I'm not fucking with you.
See, I feel. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you for the
Yes.
differentiation.
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't think about that before you
did the
started
Halloween
this. Huh?
Chuck. No, I didn't. I didn't at all.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's okay. I appreciate you.
That's the second week in a row he just decided he wanted to
Is that
start
like
the
considered
episode
a
by
Spinal
swallowing.
Tap? What we got?
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a beer bong. Found this at the Halloween store like 2 years ago, I think.
Oh yeah.
I've
I was
not.
like, love this. But also, if any of us wanted to be Sub-Zero for Halloween, this would be a great prop for his fatality.
Oh, touche.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
Touche.
enough. Feel like that or Scorpion. Scorpion, like just pulling. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. That's
So-
fair.
This month, this proverbial month, has been. It's been something else in terms of the industry and
Okay.
how it has evolved from. Yes. Specifically because I have had to ask myself on multiple occasions, are you fucking with me? I got one example, and then I would love to open the floor.
Yeah.
So I am a traveling bartender. That means literally the bar that from which I work changes every day.
Right.
And I deal with a new group of people literally every time I work. Nothing's in the same place that it was when I put it last, etc. On down the list.
Bet.
I digress. So I am put into a room with brand new people all the time, and I get asked, hey, are you able to handle XYZ? XYZ being, hey, are you able to handle these duties? Can I put this on you? Is that all right?
Right.
And I say yes. And then when it comes to actually carrying out these duties, like driving people to and from location, because sometimes we're not there. Sometimes we are like, we have duties mapped out for us.
Right.
And then that changes. And then I have to then readjust, which is a part of the game.
Come a little closer to the mic.
Oh no, I can hear him. He's good.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's my bad.
But I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our levels are pretty good today. But
Am
do bring that mic a little closer to you. Dayton, just bend it. Just bend it a little bit. You see that? You see that little? See that
How
little
are we
arm right
feeling
there?
about
See the
this?
little arm right
Bend-
there?
yeah,
Just
bend-
bend that a little bit.
The shaft. The shaft. There you
Yeah.
go.
Grab the
I
shaft.
shaft.
Bend the
This is
shaft.
way too much
Sir.
guidance,
Sir.
friend.
Grab the shaft.
I hate to say this, but you do need to grab the shaft, bend it towards you a little bit,
Ooh, 2 hands.
Ouch.
Yikes.
bend that middle. Bend it.
The
Bend
middle
the
part.
middle
looking
towards
at
you.
me directly
Sir.
in the eye.
Do it.
Sir,
Bend
I'm trying
the
to
shaft in your
Bend-
direction.
Wait. So are you
bend
talking
the
about right
middle.
here?
of
Yep,
it.
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
Bend
yep.
that towards you.
Boom.
No, pull
No,
it
no.
in.
I pull the mic up.
Oh my god.
So grab it. Grab the part that's bent in the middle and
It's
pull
all
it.
bent,
And
man.
pull
It hangs like
pull
that.
it.
Yo, help
Pull
him.
it.
You're not.
No,
the
he's
one-
got it.
No, it's okay.
Nope.
Come on, man. Like you said. That is not what you instructed at all.
I didn't get that instruction.
At
Now,
all.
and then and now turn the microphone up just to make sure. There we go.
Is everybody comfortable now? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not.
So going about
I'm
your
fine.
duties.
Yeah. I'm. I feel like I need a shower, actually. So anyway, so upon these ventures that I have to take outside of town, everything, I get met with new personalities. I like the team that I work with on these projects. They are used to doing what they do, and now I'm the new guy, and I've been a part of that experience recently, and like I hate being a new guy. Hate it. I will hear one thing from one person, one thing from another person, and then one thing from yet another person. And I feel like I'm the crazy person in these scenarios. And it feels like are you fucking with me? Like,
I've been there.
yes. Please tell me about it. Cause like this shit makes me crazy.
Good old Beauty in Essex. Rest in piss.
Jesus.
The bartenders there all had different specs for their recipes and shit, and then there was the main recipe spec. And then when I got quizzed on it, it was wrong. And I'm like, the second time I took the quiz, I'm like, well, everybody's doing it differently. In case you guys didn't fucking know, because you don't pay attention to your bar team. So, and then they're like, oh, okay. And then they realized they were in the wrong. But there was already so much discourse that it was like, all right, well, you guys pissed me off. You never checked on your bar team to make sure everybody was making correctly. This person's saying it this way. This person's saying it this way. This person's saying it this way. I'm doing it the way this motherfucker told me to because I'm going to go with him and trust what he said because he's doing it by the specs and doing it the right way. At least whoever told you beforehand told you to do it that way.
Who's the right way?
Everybody else is doing it wrong. So, but when I'm bartending with them, they're like, no, you're doing it wrong. It's like, all right, well, if I don't do it their way for this shift, they're going to say something about it. So let me do it their way for this shift. And it
Right.
just,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
A lot of gaslighting.
that's one of those things that you run into where the people who have been there the longest, they're the ones who have their different specs because, I've been here a year, 2 years, 3 years or something like that. And a lot of times we tell ourselves that we're remembering everything verbatim. And sometimes we're not, myself included in that. I've had times where I thought I was doing something based on spec, but really it was because someone else told me, hey, this is how I do it. And then that's how I started doing it. So, I can understand how that would happen at that bar. The thing is that that's where management is supposed to come into play and say, no, we do it by spec. You're supposed to be checking on your bar manager, your bar lead, whatever it is. You're supposed to be testing them all the time. You're supposed to know what are the specs. You're supposed to know how are all the other bartenders and servers and everything doing it. And, in that particular situation, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel the same way, you go into work and it's like that. Everyone's doing it different,
Right. Which,
You-
I mean, especially with those places that are super fucking corporate, They want it to be sold by spec because they want you to be able to go into the Beauty Essex in LA and to be able to go to the Beauty and Essex in Vegas and all of them, and they have just the same drinks every time, which is kind of fucking boring, which I think is your thing against corporate places. But especially when you see a really nice bar that looks really, exquisite and has, you look at the bartenders there and it's like, oh, you're a bartender, so I can ask you to just make me anything and you're going to make it. And it's kind of like, well, I'd like to, and I may even have the knowledge for it, and I may even have the products for it, but because I work at a corporate situation, I need to make everything by a certain spec, even down to a fucking margarita, which, you know what I mean? I want to ask you, oh, do you want like a skinny margarita, or was it Tommy's margarita? Or,
Yes,
you know what I
Tommy
mean?
Styles.
Yeah, Tommy style. Like, I want to ask you all these things, but I'm not able to do that because I need to make it the way that Redacted taught me how to make it. And so that's just kind of the problem with corporate. But I understand it on one level in the sense that they're trying to make it streamlined so that in any of one of these restaurants you walk into, you're getting the same experience. But it's also like when you see a bartender standing behind a really nice bar, you assume they're a bartender and know like drinks and specs, and not the corporate specs, but I know how to make any drink that I can throw at you type of thing. And a lot of times they don't. Also because a lot of times the bartenders at those particular corporate restaurants are honestly just servers that learned 5 recipes and they're not actually bartenders. But that's another conversation for another day.
I mean, in places like that, the bartenders there only know how to make the drinks that are on that menu.
100,000.
Because that's where they learn how to bartend.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I only know how to make what's on this menu. I've run into bartenders like that. I've been that bartender as well, where someone asks you for a Vesper and you're like, what? Were you James Bond? I don't know how to fucking make that.
Right.
Like, I don't even know what goes into it. And then you Google it and then you find out you don't have the key ingredient to it. And you're like, oh, I can't make that. And then you have that guest look at you as if you're a shitty bartender.
Yeah.
And it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Like, I was raised like this.
I had no control over this. Yeah.
Even you saying, like, just Google it. Like, we are the new bartenders. Like, we are the ones that get to, like, to bridge that gap, which is hard because, like, there's some people that come in. I'm confused by Rob Roy at this point, but I know what it is. We have the benefit of this wonderful, wonderful, glorious application of Google. I know for a fact that I go into a lot of places. I like fucking with people by giving them an option that I know they don't know. Like, I know they don't know it. And I love that. And I sit here and say, are you fucking with me? Well, I'm fucking with other people.
That's what I was like. I was about to say, like, this seems
It's
a little
double-edged
hypocritical.
sword, my bro. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I like to fuck with people because it's funny. Okay? It's funny. But you know what? I don't apologize for that shit at all.
So are you fucking with you? Did you have?
I'm fucking with myself.
You're fucking with yourself.
100%.
Oh,
Yeah.
bet.
1,000%.
Bet.
Wow, I appreciate that you acknowledge the hypocrisy.
Oh, now I take my L.
That's fair.
I hand my L. to
How
myself.
American of you.
right over here. Here you go. Boop. And wow.
I will take
that
L.
that actually is that does kind of tie into something that I had been feeling recently, where I was out at a place that was kind of busy and not trying to call attention to myself, but still trying to make an order. But then also noticing you're in a place during their rush. So like,
Are you saying you had self-awareness?
Yes.
You read the room?
Yeah.
That's
I
fucking
did.
insane.
I did.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Good
well,
God.
because it needed to be read, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't tee this up or anything.
No,
they didn't know I was going to say this. But
not at all.
It was something that happened while I was out eating last night, actually. I was at a restaurant. It was during their rush, and the wait line or the wait time was a little bit longer than what they estimated, but an estimate is still an estimate. So me and my friend Chris, shout out to Chris, Scrappy Chris.
Shout out Scrappy Chris.
I just realized you just told me what the difference was between the Chris's.
Yes.
And I love the explanation for it.
Because we know a lot of Chris's, so we had to differentiate them for our stories. But anyway, so point is, we had to wait for a long time, but we were cool with it. Once we were getting our order, or we sat down and we ate and everything was cool, but when it was time to pay, there was a issue where the screens tell you that everything is separate. So
Is anybody else sweating in here, or is it just me?
well, remember the AC hasn't been replaced yet.
No, the AC was on earlier today.
I didn't know that.
I think
It
you're
was.
just having
That's-
hot
that's
flashes.
Oh, today is Wednesday, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Sorry.
off now.
I didn't mean to
This-
cut you
no,
off.
the
Continue.
screen is off.
Huh?
The screen is off. You see any numbers up there?
I can't see it from here.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
he's rolling everybody.
yeah. All right.
that's fine.
Cool.
Just sweat.
Cool. My bad.
Yeah.
It's just
Nobody else?
Yeah.
I'm fucking sweating.
That was the most. That was the blackest. Y'all ain't hot.
Shit.
Y'all ain't hot.
I didn't mean to throw off
No,
your train
no,
of thought,
Literally,
man.
he
I
was in
just
the middle of a story.
it
Like,
dawned
was
on me, I'm
like,
like,
he was very much.
I know. It
in
could
the
have
meat of the
waited.
story.
It could have waited, but I'm like, fuck. All right.
You could have just
mean,
gone
like-
to check the AC.
I could have.
you could have.
You haven't added like 30 grams of protein to each meal. So like you're bro. Shit, man, look at you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's fucking. Continue, my
Jeffrey
bad.
just turned into that uncle at the barbecue.
Damn, nephew.
I see you, Neff.
I see you.
Oh man.
Yo,
What you doing, man? I'm trying to get like you.
Oh,
I
no.
tried to get like you. Fuck.
You see you bumping them
But
iron.
did anybody else catch that little? Thank you.
Yeah. I was like, bro, what is that?
No, it's all right. We can carry on now. Let's turn the AC on for our princess.
what we were saying, what I was saying is, I don't think we have the ability to turn it on because that shit
I'm gonna
hasn't
go
turned back on yet. I emailed them. All right, could have done that before. Fucking forgot the story anyway.
No, you were at a restaurant. The estimated time was a little bit longer than you
Oh,
thought it
so
would be.
at the end we were trying to pay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We were trying to pay,
Holy
and the person I was with, they were saying I don't do Apple Pay or anything like that. So the screen thing was saying you had the option between paying on a QR code, which I chose to do, or paying by the server bringing up your check.
Right.
To me, I already knew I was going to tip what I was going to tip. I got the service I got. I had no problem with that. So I was like, I can just pay through the thing. I don't need them to walk back over here to find out what I'm tipping.
Yeah.
I'm still going to tip to 20%, which is what I had already planned to tip. It goes up if you do, more, but I'm like, it's a rush. I don't expect you to do more. They were actually being patient with us, to be honest with you. So at the very least, they're supposed to get the 20%, in my opinion. Same thing with the person I was with. But for some reason, the fucking thing would not let us pay separately. No matter how many times he tried to pay his way and I tried to pay mine. And when we finally just said, you know what, let's just move on and go and pay, it was another 5 minutes before we were able to close out because it was during a fucking rush. So they had things they had to do. So they weren't checking on us.
Right.
We had already said, we're going to go this route or whatever. But I just remember, looking around at the rest of the restaurant.
Wait, Shannon, they couldn't.
Yeah, no,
change the way-
I mean, we could take a break to just really go in on this motherfucker, this princess
Hilarious.
motherfucker, bringing out a personal fan.
It's hot.
Bro,
I'm
you
hot in
having
here.
hot flashes?
He rubbed
I don't
his
know.
fingers
Maybe it's
together
because of the
to
food
keep it-
that's.
All right, here we go.
Maybe it's because the food that was cooked. I mean, it's hot in here. Y'all ain't feeling it?
No, bro.
I got shorts and
I-
a t-shirt. You got a
I was
overshirt.
earlier. I was earlier.
You got pants
And,
on. You got
yeah.
that's hot in here.
Hey, bro, but I'm chilling. Man.
We're all chilling.
I feel
He
fine
had his
now.
clothes on.
Maybe I was having some hot flashes.
Hot
I don't know.
flashes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe. I
yo.
don't know. It was
Yo,
fucking hot.
menopause. I get it, bro. It happens.
I don't know.
That's all good.
First word is.
Well, I did take a shot and shotgun or beer bong of beer.
You did.
So
You did.
Scully one
Maybe.
too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It has death written all over it.
yeah, it did. Okay, I'm good.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm
now
good. I'm chilling.
So now
I'm
you
chilling.
can transition
Now
us
you're
to
chilling. You're clearly
Huh?
chilling now.
you can transition us to the next topic now.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Okay.
Wait, did
so
you finish?
I felt like I was.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't
Alright,
feel like there was
so-
more to add to that story. Do you? No, of course. You're ready for me
Holy
to shut up.
shit.
So one
That's-
thing that kind of dawned on me last night was when I'm scrolling through TikTok and our TikTok and shit, and I see comments about like bartenders and service industry and shit. I always see people just complaining and bitching, right? Like this and that.
of course.
You know, you should work a different job or make your job pay you more. Like that's out of our hands. Like just all these really dumbass fucking comments that make it seem like it's our fucking problem, or like our job isn't as important. But what there is something that I've noticed in a lot of media, right? Movies, video games, books, everything like that. There is one occupation that survives even the apocalypse or in fantasy, and that is bartending.
Yeah.
You think about post-apocalyptic movies or video games, there's always a bar. Some way, somehow, alcohol is made, beer, whatever, and there is a bartender, whether you're trading with bullets, caps, or whatever the fuck it may be.
Yeah,
or
because
if
we were
you're,
watching Fallout.
or if you're
Not together, but we
Great
both watched
Yeah.
Fallout this week. And there was a bartender.
exactly,
and there was
there's
a
a
bar.
bartender, and in Fallout, there's bars. There's bars in there. You play Skyrim, or you watch a show that takes place in medieval times, or a fantasy magical fucking show or whatever. There's a tavern. There's bartenders. Are there computer engineers in the apocalypse or in a fantasy world? No. Are there fucking stockbrokers? No. Are there people fucking at the computer doing this and that? No. They're doctors. Yeah, of course. There's some kind of police or law enforcement. Yeah. And then there's bartenders. So we are just as important as all of these motherfuckers if we can survive the apocalypse. When the world is consumed in nuclear holy fire, a few things will remain.
I was wondering-
Cockroaches, YouTube ads, and bartenders.
I was wondering how you were gonna pull that together.
so good.
I didn't know how
So
you were gonna
good.
pull all
Thank
that
you.
together, but I was like, yo, let him cook.
Yeah.
Got all the ingredients.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's true. Like I'm not just yapping over here. Like you don't see in any post-apocalyptic media show, book, or game where there's a fucking computer engineer, unless that world has like computers still available, like Fallout, where you hack. Yeah, but there's no fucking accountants. There's no stockbrokers. They have no place in the apocalypse. All these people. There's no CEOs in the sense of like big pharma or nothing like that. There are bartenders. There are fucking bartenders.
Actually, the first place that they tell you to go in those games is the bar.
Yeah, because that's where you
As soon as
get.
I go to
That's,
the
Everybody hangs out.
Yeah.
and
Gotta
you
go
can,
to a bar.
collect the most
that's how you get your
information.
quests. That's how you just figure your way around town. Is the
most
fucking bar?
important people are there at the bar.
So-
go to hell.
I'll give you that one. So yeah, bartenders, we are fucking important.
Yeah.
Bartenders still here, bitches.
Bartenders. We'll still be here after the cockroaches.
And Twinkies.
And Twinkies, Family Guy reference.
Man, great.
So yeah, that's. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts, opinions, feelings on it? I just had to go off on that.
No, I appreciate that particular tangent because
It was just
I don't-
affirming what we do is important.
I love our particular genre of existence, but also I prefer the term barkeep because you know not just how to sling drinks. You don't know just how to create a cocktail or a recipe. You know how to maintain a place that people want to return. And I think barkeep is very huge, very high on that list. Like I know how to maintain this shit. I know how I want to see this the same way that I left it. Leave it better than you found it the next day. Right? So it's like it's more than just, I often tell people I have had such a high level of respect for spirits and everything from this side of the bar. And that has been a huge shift for me. A huge shift for me. Open and honest, had a real problem with it before because all I needed to do was go out and hang out at a place. I knew they were pouring alcohol into a glass. Problem. Now it's not a problem as I see what it does and I want to protect people from that level of, I don't know, like depth. Like not everybody is meant to just be out and be a part of that. But like being a part of the barkeep process feels very good. It feels good to be like, all right, I make consumable art every day. And it feels good. and it's great. I get to travel for it, and I get to be around people that I know and have respected minds for, and I'm in the room with them right now. So it's with that, yes, I really truly believe that, like, we are important for a multitude of reasons. It's not just to numb you out. I truly don't believe that's the case. This is going to exist for far longer than I think even all of us will be here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
where I'm
definitely in the apocalypse, whenever that happens, there will be a bar, and there will be somebody tending to that bar.
my
And-
Fallout bar is gonna be lit as fuck. It's
No, I definitely agree with it, and that's been the thing for me trying to find in LA is because in a lot of those situations that you're talking about, I feel like bars are the place where people congregate at the end of their day. That's where a lot of people go just to end their day, not necessarily to get fucked up, but that's just where you meet and you have a beer or two, and just like you talk about today, you catch up and whatnot before you go home. In LA, it's a little bit different because going to a bar is more of an event that people kind of partake in, and I get that, and I'm definitely not opposed to that because that's making the bar more of an event. I think is what allows companies and bars to elevate the price, which we benefit from. But I also am personally always kind of on the hunt more for those more low-key bars. One might say a dive bar, but I always say the word Cheers. People of a certain age might know the TV show
ass.
Cheers. It's just like a place where you just go and like everybody knows your name, and and you just kind of like everybody kind of knows each other, and this is just what we do at the end of the day is like we come to this bar and we kick it and whatnot. And I have had a hard time finding like a LA bar like that besides a few that I frequent. And I think that is what a lot of people use bars for, and how the bar experience is. And I wouldn't say should be, because again, bars can be used for so many different experiences depending on what you want to do with your life, and if you want to make an event, sure. But in those situations where it is the end of the world, apocalypse, and whatnot, that's what it becomes. Because I think when you boil it down, that is what a lot of bars are used for, is for people to come and congregate.
So I want to ask you,
Yeah.
have you been to?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that place, we need to go there because that is the epitome of what you were just describing
Bet.
that you've been looking for in LA.
Yeah.
And I've come to realize that while listening to you and you as well, the comparative part of it is the familiarity
Yeah.
of being able to go to a place where, whether you know every bartender there or not, but usually you should, if it's your type of bar, if it's
Right.
your type of place to go hang out and just unwind, just have a drink or have that one appetizer, have your, what was it? The pot stickers or something from
Yeah.
the one place. But those types of rituals, those are the things that get you through your week. And those getting you through your week gets you through your month and gets you through your year, and having all these different responsibilities and having to pay bills and just everything, going to a restaurant, going to a bar, going to Disneyland, going anywhere, you're going for that experience because you need that escape from having to deal with just being an adult every fucking day.
Yeah.
But just remember that the people working at those places are also adults who need to escape.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to do that when you work at the escape room.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No, I get
It's
that.
really hard to do that.
Thank you.
I didn't even
My
realize. I was with him. I didn't even realize that was fucking.
Well,
that was
no,
dangerous.
That's a good one. When you
Oh,
work
thank
at
you.
the
I
escape room,
appreciate that.
That's
When you're the person that provides the escape, but you also work at the escape room, like that's a conundrum that you kind of have to like deal with and figure out.
Shit. How do you find joy in that?
Yeah.
Other than watching other people find joy in it. But even then, eventually it becomes The same old shit.
I mean, piggybacking off of your the actual term escape room too. Like, I know that I have been a pain in just so many people's asses. Like, I know that. Like, I know that I have. Like, relationship, bar, all of this. If you come in to a reception at which you find these handsome gentlemen at, and anybody the fuck else, like, also come in with some respect to the establishment. Like, we're here to help you get through whatever it is that you're getting through, and we're here for you for that. Like, I don't know about you all, but my ritual is not just to get somebody fucked up. Yeah. I want them to have a great time.
Yeah.
And I want to be responsible for that because I want those people to come back. But I don't want to add insult to injury to what you're doing. So when you come in, I'm not just this lowly person for something. This is how I support myself. So come in and act as such. Because I wouldn't ever dare come into what you do for what you do to live and treat you with such disrespect because you believe that my duty is below yours. Ever. So, like, are you fucking with me or not? Like, I'm sorry, I brought it back.
I think we got a theme.
I brought
here.
the whole house down with
We got a theme for this episode.
Come
Are you
on, man,
fucking
we
with
gotta
me?
eat, man. Like, I just want to take care of you too.
If I always go to plumbing.
You do.
I do.
You would go to plumbing.
You know what? I just realized right now it's because my godfather was a plumber.
Cathartic. This is therapy. Go.
Trauma. Yeah. Bartenders. It's what we're here for. But it's I feel like that is the equivalent of having a plumber come to your house and fix whatever it is that's wrong with your plumbing. And then you just pour water on them. And then you look at them and say, yeah, but you work with water every day. Like, aren't you always getting wet? Like, but this is funny to me.
Yeah.
Why aren't you laughing?
Well, yeah.
100%. And then the plumber just looks at you like, are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with me?
It's catching on.
It's come on.
Like, yeah. No, I had that yesterday.
Started looking around for cameras.
Yeah.
You pranking me, right? You gotta be fucking with me. Because the only reason you would do that is if I'm gonna make money at the end of this.
Right.
What's that one show?
not,
What would you do? I think
ass.
that's what it's called. That one show. What would you do?
What would you do? Yeah, I think I saw that.
Where the guy with
If
like
your son was at home.
where they do some outlandish shit and then somebody either intervenes or doesn't, and then the guy comes on and he's like, "Oh, so why didn't you help them out?" Or "Why did you help them out?"
I think I saw a clip from that because basically, like, a white guy comes in with his mom, but he's introducing his black girlfriend to the white mom, and they're at a bar, and then she starts basically going off that, like, just being very racist, basically. Like, how would you date a black woman? Da 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 da. And then they look at the rest of the bar guests to kind of sort of see how they react. I think that's the only clip I've seen from that show, but it was fucking hilarious. Great time. But like also speaking to another. Nope. Keeping the segue going. Yep. Keep on rolling with another segue.
Run it through.
Yeah,
Run it through.
because
Run it through.
I had a bitch yesterday. Sorry, I had a young lady, and she came into the bar off top. Let me just start by saying I have a lot of stories from yesterday. Not a lot of stories, but I have multiple stories from yesterday. But I'll start with this one. And I went into the work already. They put me on wood too, Jeffrey. So already he knows. They put me on the bigger side of the bar where I have to like deal with the big neck of the bar where I got to deal with more customers. And I knew coming in, I had just spent 3 hours doing receive. And then I said to my coworkers, I'm like, look, guys, you guys put me on wood too today, but I need y'all to know I'm just not a social butterfly today. I'm not even a social.
You're like, I don't feel like laying the wood today.
I don't feel like laying. Go ahead, do it. Yeah.
Tippy tap.
Tippy tap. I'm not even a social caterpillar today. Like I just want to make drinks and get out of here, and that's it. But you guys put me over here. I will do my due diligence, and it will happen. And everyone still had a great time for the most part, and it was busy enough that I didn't need to actually do the whole. So what brings you in here today? And what? And I didn't have
Let's
to do
go
all
open the darn toothy door.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that too much, but apparently there was this.
Oh, you know what that's from. That's
I didn't hear that.
funny.
I'm sorry. I missed what
It's
you said.
okay.
My
It's
bad.
okay. Please,
My
please.
bad. I
I'm
just
sorry.
ran over.
I interrupted you. Please.
No, you're
continue.
good. You're good. And then this lady comes in, and you know the lady that, or person, it could be a him or a they.
Ladies can be people.
No,
too.
human
she was a
being.
lady. She was a lady, but I was saying generally, you know, the person that comes in and is about to demand a lot of your attention. Like they talk to you like,
Oh, yeah.
yes. So I like, and the eyes get really wide with every request.
Yeah.
They don't break eye contact. And
water.
they're just like
I'd like a water and it like with ice and lemon. Right?
they stare into your soul.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and all that does is make me just, my energy goes much lower because I don't want to. I'm not.
They're
about to
draining the energy with their eyes.
Yeah,
They're
you
just
drain my energy out. Your soul is mine.
yeah. Shang Tsung just
Immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're just getting all gray and
Yeah, I'm
shriveled.
just
and
getting
you're like,
gray and
You
shriveled.
know what?
Just
I'm
tell
talking
me what you
What you want,
want.
just tell me what you want. I got you. And so she was hitting me with that energy, and I was like, all right, cool. I got you. Whatever.
She hit you with the know what you want energy.
Yeah.
Yo, we're just gonna start naming people from now on. It's the we outside energy and it's the know what you want energy.
Know what you want.
Yo, know what the fuck you want. By the time you get to me, you should not be turning around to ask any questions.
How
No.
The
fucking
questions should have been asked
restaurants-
before
Word.
we made eye contact.
Especially if you called me over. If you
Yeah.
called me over, then
But that's another subject.
Yes.
You
yeah,
finish
sorry.
your story.
Sticking
Sorry,
to this.
I jumped
Sticking to
ahead.
this. Yes, sorry. Sticking to this. And yes, so she did that, and then the rest of the experience goes on for her, and I'm dealing with the entire side of this bar, and it's
I know
consistent.
that bar.
Like people are coming up, and it's a lot of things happening, and I'm handling it. I'm doing it. Cool. Whatever she wants, and also a lot of allergies. Got a lot of allergies on her food too. And I'm just kind of like, I deal with them. I even go to the kitchen. I make sure, like, hey, we're good on this. Cool,
how do you walk outside?
Doug,
bro.
there's no outside. Bar
You
two,
you ain't got
there's
no.
there's-
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
ain't got no job. No,
Yeah.
It's not
Because the
okay.
one entrance is on the other fucking end, and you're just stuck because by the time you try to walk halfway across the bar, somebody else needs something from you. But yes, why do you go outside when you have all these allergies? I got you. And so whatever, we deal with it. It's cool. Mind you, she came in on the phone. She's talking on the phone for the majority of the time that she's been sitting there. And so I'm just like, all right, cool. But like when she addresses me with full soul-sucking attention. And then she goes back to her phone call. And then we, whatever happens, I get her, whatever. In the end, she asked for a box for her food, as is her right. Cool. But I also have 3 other things I need to.
She wanted a box for her food.
What-
Who won?
What the fuck? Why did you say like as is her right? Like, yo, they haven't taken that. The Supreme Court hasn't taken that away yet.
Yeah, no. They
She
got
can still
that.
get a
She
to-go
can still
box.
do that. She could get.
They're
that.
coming for your
No.
rights.
That's
No, but he said she got a box for her food. Like,
The
did you win
Republicans
or
are
did she
coming
win?
for your leftovers.
You said she got a box for her food. Who won?
she was asking for a box, but the thing is,
She was asking for a box.
Yeah,
So
she asked-
she wanted a box for her food.
Yes.
So who won?
Oh my god!
Come on, man.
No, I knocked her ass clean out. She didn't win that box. I ate her food.
Yikes.
Can I
Thought
get a
you
box
were
for
gonna
my
say-
food?
I
What's
wanted
up?
you to say box.
Box.
Nah, it's like I ate her food. Wanted him to say
Oh.
I ate her. I ate her food.
The moment's gone.
No, I ate her.
And I just got caught up with a bunch of other drinks, and then another coworker comes over there, goes and gets the box for her, whatever. Anyway, she leaves, and then apparently the security guard comes and tells a coworker, and the coworker tells me, she said she told the security guard, I will never come back here. I always go to the Woodland Hills location, and they love me there, and they talk to me there, and I just feel like no one interacted with me and all this other type of stuff. And I just was like, bitch, you were on the phone from the time you sat down to the time you got up. What the fuck time did I have to interact with you? Also, guess what? I got 13 other people that I'm dealing with in their other situations. Read the fucking room. You got your food. You got your drink. I didn't do anything unkind to you. And it just was like her expectation at the other location. I guess they have more time. They kiss her ass and wipe it for her.
They don't tell her shit stinks.
They don't tell her shit stinks, and they ask her how her day went. And I'm just like, yo, I got shit going on. But also, I feel like if you're on the phone, where do I have time to interrupt you to talk to you about anything? And that's kind of stuck with me. And I had to ask myself, are you fucking with me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me? Like, what the fuck?
I'm very happy for this
God,
discussion
that's a
topic.
good theme.
I love this discussion.
Are you
topic so
fucking
much.
with me
That-
right
that-
now?
Fucking with me?
There's no way to not title the episode that.
That's the title.
I think we've passed the point where there's a question
You know,
on
that's
the episode
our
title.
recurring thing. Reoccurring thing.
So
yeah,
can I add a little bit to this one?
absolutely.
Okay. I don't know if the person in my story is the same person that's in your story.
Ooh, let's describe afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards.
Yeah,
Definitely. Don't want to get canceled before we
get the stories out.
become anything, I guess, you know. Yeah.
Oh,
So on Saturday night, I told P a little bit about this. On Saturday night, after my shift, I was doing my usual post-shift ritual, hanging out with David. Shout out to David. We were finishing up blunt number 1. And he was finishing up
What was
rolling.
that sound?
sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to disrupt. Oh, okay.
And he was finishing up rolling blunt number 2.
Okay.
Now, we do 2 blunts after work. I've recently instituted that as a cap. This nigga just like, hey, you want to smoke until we go back to work? Nigga, no. I don't want to keep going. Like after the first one, I'm like, I got one more in me.
Yeah.
Nick,
I feel like
you
I'm
gotta-
talking
you
to this
gotta-
nigga like
I
it's
got
fucking.
shit to do
I'm
today.
talking
You got to
to him like-
nickname him Mr. Chimney the way he be
Bro,
smoking.
He just keeps smoking. It's just sad that the dialogue between me and him is the same as the dialogue between a woman. It's like, hey, look, I only got one more left in me tonight. So you can either get what you need out of this second one,
Make it last.
or you're going home wanting.
Giving you everything.
But I'm going to bed after the second one. I'm telling you right now. But like before we lit up the second blunt, he got a text and he's like, "Oh, it's from this one woman that lives above our job.
Right.
Yo, she wants to hang out, this and that." And I'm like, "Yo, I got you, wingman, cool.
Oh, you did tell me
My
this
cape
story.
is in the closet. I will throw my cape on. I got you." And we get there, and just to fast forward on the story, honestly, bro, as we're sitting there smoking the blunt, she proceeds to go about this reenactment of her sitting at Redacted, and how whenever she goes to Redacted, she never gets the type of service that she feels she deserves, and it takes her 26 minutes for anyone to take her order,
Very
which
specific.
just feels like a very long amount of time. It was then amended to 23 minutes very shortly after. So I don't know how many minutes it was. I don't think she does either. But she proceeded to say that, you know, everyone there at Redacted, no matter how many times she goes there, it takes that amount of time for her just to take an order. Her order is always wrong, and they always have an attitude. And then when it's time for her to tip you, they always just sit there and look at you like, "Aren't you going to tip me?" No, you don't deserve my tip. You don't fucking deserve my tip just for you taking my order and all this shit. And the whole time David is literally saying to her,
God,
hey, by the way, he created the Service Industry Podcast where he's probably going to be talking about you in a couple of days.
Oh, he said that. Shout out to fucking David. That's just fucking
OG, my boy.
He literally looked at her and said, "Bitch, you're the next topic."
You're the next topic.
Oh.
You basically just
Oh
broke up with
my
Adele.
God.
Like, we're definitely
Oh
making
my
you.
God.
Oh
Hello,
my God.
Hello.
it's me.
God, he that is an
It just kept
that is
going.
Taylor Swift X.
It just kept going. Man.
It's just one question.
Yes,
Why do you continue to go back?
that is what I asked.
That's
Thank you for
because it's
setting that
not.
up.
It's like, yeah,
No.
we could sit
No.
here and try to defend it and apologize and all that, but just if your continued experience is not great at same place, continuing to do the same thing, expecting different results is the definition of insanity.
Thank you, Albert.
She's a
Ding 'em,
masochist.
ding 'em, ding 'em.
She's a masochist.
Now,
That's why.
I asked that question,
Oh, great. Love you for it.
and you know what she said?
What'd she say?
Because that's where all the niggas be at.
You're dead fucking serious too. Holy shit.
The niggas that aren't paying for her food or drinks that she's not getting good service on? Okay. The fuck are they doing for you?
Same motherfuckers who are sending everything back and then leaving you there with the bill to where you're sending everything back because you didn't bring any fucking money.
It's giving well done steak energy, okay? It's giving, I know that I ordered a steak that will take 45 minutes just to cook through.
It's
Then complain about
given
it.
we outside
Giving
energy.
we outside energy for sure.
Very real we outside energy.
We outside. We
Wait,
outside.
are you familiar with We Outside Energy or should we?
No, I'm new to be
Okay.
outside.
Ooh.
Please
Oh,
let me
well,
know.
let's recap them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
No,
All right.
yeah,
I'll do
I
it.
think you're
Okay.
great for this.
Okay. So, we outside energy is the group and
It
crowd-
is, it
you
is
just got it.
loosely defined.
So this
I
is-
feel you instantly got
our
it.
woe.
This is
This
this
is
is
the woe. We
the what?
outside energy. Whoa.
yeah
Yes.
Thank you.
yeah. This is our damn.
All right.
So, we outside energy it loosely describes individuals or groups of people that like to order expensive things, don't tip, want exceptional service without getting exceptional tips, and just overall are a headache for you. And their reasoning for Wild and Out is because it's hot out, it's warm, we outside now. Like it's the crowd of people that when you see them walk in and you know there's like, all right, that's
So
That might be a
there's
little-
also another subcategory of that,
Oh.
and it is private party energy, which I know you're
Mm.
very privy to.
That is my
so
entire
it
life.
is the same energy.
it's also
If
people
it's
that
the diagram, that's where it overlaps.
It-
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, let me come in here and act as if me being here or us being here means you are belittled to us because you are beholden
that
to
so
us
well.
because someone else is paying the bill or I am paying the bill or that kind of energy.
Oh.
The we outside energy or the private party energy where they feel
Yeah.
like they
or
own
people
you.
that don't have any home training.
It's an
And they're
open
not
bar,
the one,
so I can
but
do
they're
whatever the
not the
fuck.
ones paying the bill either.
Yeah.
But they're the ones treating
I
you
love
that way.
those people.
It's
I
no
do
home
it.
training. They probably don't get to do this type of event as often, so they go all out. Or maybe they do, and they just some people just don't know how to act. They don't.
they got
They
no
have
home-
no. They
they-
main character energy. They don't have awareness. They just. It's all about them. It is
If
all
they
about
can't
them.
do it regularly, they're very new to it, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Also that.
Either they don't get to do it that often because they can't afford it, which is fine. It's okay. Or they're very new to doing this regularly, so they just treat it like, I don't know, like shit. Or like the person that's providing this experience for them like shit. Because it's just like, I'm here now and we're paying all this money, so basically you know to act subservient to me.
It is also that energy of people who say, well, I'm no longer at the bottom.
Yeah.
So let me remind you and everyone else that I'm
you're
above
still
you
there.
now.
You're still
But
there.
just because you have money or status doesn't make you better than anyone.
Right.
You know, this is still a job. It is still a service. Everyone still is providing a service to everyone else. It's just whether or not you are on the receiving end at that time doesn't make you any better than anyone. You're just the one on the other end of the transaction. That's it.
I happen to find a wonderful place in my heart for these people,
These we outside.
very specifically because it's not "Are you fucking with me?" It's you fucked with me.
It's not a question.
Because like now I know that you
Did we
not-
advance the conversation?
you're not covering the bill, so I don't have to act professional. So you can stand way the fuck over there and wait as long as you need to for the drinks you are not fucking paying for.
Yeah.
I love this. You have fucked with the right one energy, if you will. I love when they fuck with me. I am here to take care of you to make sure that you get home safe and do all these wonderful things. Possibly not fuck up the rest of your night.
Right.
But I'm not responsible for that. I am, however, responsible at how quickly you get another cocktail.
That's what I-
Which is looking like it's on a delay. So I'm gonna need you to glide on down.
Glide on down.
Glide on down, tippy toe, right on down to somebody who gives a fuck, because I, in fact, don't. Like I dead ass don't. I have no room for you, and that is a wonderful hellscape that you put me in. Thank you so much for this. By the way, you brought both of us. You brought both of us here. Thank you.
You did this to us.
I appreciate you. Okay? A lot of y'all didn't have to show up tonight, but you did. And I appreciate that.
Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're
here with me.
I love that you decided to fuck with me. I'm so serious, and I dig it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Continue on this journey for you. I love this for you.
Oh.
I love this for you.
So we
But
went from the
also
question to
with
the
that
statement.
that last person,
yeah.
I was.
Oh
just
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
Back to it. Sorry.
Sorry,
I
I
went
really
back
took
to
that
check my
over.
notes.
My bad.
No,
Yeah.
you're good. There needed to be there needed to be other things.
Yeah.
But I just was checking the notes on what I wrote down for that, and one of the things that they were so upset about that is definitely your fault. You, as the people who work at Redacted, it's your fault.
I'm excited.
I have to swipe my card after every transaction.
No, you don't. You don't. Wait, what? The thing that we say
That is one of the main reasons why they don't tip is because they are so sick and tired of after every drink they order, they're being asked for a card.
No, we ask a card to start a tab. We hold the card for the entire duration of your experience. We swipe the card at the end. However, if you are paranoid about your card, which, I mean, we're staying behind the bar.
Don't start tabs.
Huh?
Then don't start tabs.
Then don't start tabs, and we're going to close you out as you go. And that, therefore, we're going to swipe or cash you out as you go. However, we also offer to hold your ID, or there are other options for you, miss, or they, or no, I don't. Anyway, but yeah, there are other options, and for them to think that that's the only option that we have, I'm just confused, but that's what they come away with.
I had to listen to that at 4 a.m.
Oh God.
At the end of the
I wish I
worst
was
part of
there
the day.
just for her to not
Bro.
know that I work at Redacted and just to be like, yeah.
I literally said one of my co-hosts works there.
I'm gonna tell him.
So
Yeah. I would love to clear
we
things
will
up
be talking about this.
in a very peaceful way. I
Yeah.
would love to clear things up.
No peace.
yeah.
No peace.
No peace.
She doesn't deserve peace.
Problems always.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Problem only
Absolutely.
and ever.
Because
Yeah.
if she is in fact a regular that doesn't ever have acceptable service, then I don't feel like I should accept. I should ask you to come back, but I mean,
Don't come back.
yeah, I would love to
Stay the
figure it out.
fuck away. Far
what the
away.
issues
Stay away.
are.
Wherever
It's just
there
so
is,
it's
stay
perplexing to me. Also, just like it's always perplexing to me in a place like downtown LA, there are many fucking restaurants. If we don't provide you the service that you were looking,
Microphone.
yeah, if we aren't providing you with the service that you want on a consistent basis, I highly
Sexual chocolate.
highly suggest that you check out the other numerous restaurants that are in downtown Los Angeles. And it's fine. I guarantee you one thing. We will not miss you and or your money. That is one thing I can guarantee you. Yes, Jeffrey.
You know why you're coming out. You know.
Oh, for the niggas. My bad. I forgot that.
No.
You can send the niggas to the new restaurant too. Sorry.
Strictly for the niggas. No. I want it to be known to everybody.
What did you start, Fernando?
You know why you're coming out. You know what you want from your experience. Come out with some fucking sense. Like dead ass. Like,
And money.
You know that you're going to spend money on your event. You know that we work for the shit that we do. Sorry. My ears got hot.
Yeah, I was about to say, get closer to your microphone while you say
Just like with this, like you're gonna go out. There's gonna be somebody that's appointed to you, and like,
No, raise the arm.
The arm?
my arm, whose arms? Got it. Stop treating people like they need to treat you like fucking royalty. Like, we didn't tell you to come out tonight. We didn't tell you to do this shit tonight. I don't give a fuck about Nana's birthday. Like, straight up come out and respect people.
Hey.
Respect people the way that you want to be respected. Trust me when I tell you, our job will outlast yours. It will.
Yeah, it'll survive
Just
the apocalypse.
fucking come out and just act like you know where you want to be. You want people to respect you at your jobs, to respect us at our fucking jobs. Period. It's a very singular, not circular transaction. Stop being a dick.
So
Please.
I will add to that. The tip is optional, but the respect is required.
Thank you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
If I don't earn my tip, that's fine. And that's fine.
That's fine.
And that's fine.
And even if I did and you don't want to give it, that's still fine.
It happens.
Just
cool.
show me the same respect I'm showing you.
I
This is
appreciate
still
you.
my
Thank you.
job.
Sorry,
Before we
that got
segue
me
to whatever you want to segue to, do you guys get the people that either mid-service or toward the end of the service, they're just like, I didn't even get your name? Or like the people that are very kind of offended that you didn't tell their name, you didn't tell them your name.
Yeah, that's
from the
weird.
get-go?
Why are you so upset about that?
But it's not just that. It's just that you also have a voice. If you want to know my fucking name, hey, what's your name, by the way? Oh, it's Rob. Okay, cool. My name is, and then we move on with the transaction. But I feel like that's a thing that I've heard kind of like used as you're not providing good enough service, or like it seems to be a thing that people say like, and da 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 da, and I didn't even get your name, and I'm just like, you don't.
Well,
care.
now I don't want to give it to you.
You didn't care about my name.
I know.
You don't-
Well, I would counter that for the people who feel, oh, well, you should always give your name. I want to know who's on the other end of this transaction or anything like that. You care. But I may have had to take care of 50 other people.
Yeah.
And 45 of them, I said, hey, how you doing? What's your name or anything? And they go, vodka soda.
Yeah.
Where's your menu?
Guess what?
They
That's your
completely
name
blow
now.
past everything that we have said,
Yeah.
and they just want to say what it is.
1,000%.
How you doing today? Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, you are Jack and Coke? That's how you feel?
Interesting.
Okay, cool. I didn't know
That's new.
that was a feeling.
Wow.
Your mom must be from Kentucky.
Yeah, anything.
Shit.
Yeah. So it's, just for those who feel that, oh, we're just complaining about. No, we're not complaining. It's just, we're saying that's the other side of what you don't see. You only see the side of the transaction that you are a part of or that you witness.
Yeah.
But there are so many other transactions that we're having.
Yeah.
We're having monetary transactions, but we're also having social transactions every single time.
Yeah.
We're having to have a social transaction.
And we try.
And the other person may not have any fucking credit on their card.
Yeah.
How you doing? They don't have a how you doing. They have a Jack and Coke.
Yeah. And Right. No,
But
that's
I just spent my how you doing,
yeah.
and I gotta have another
I done
45
spent
how
my
you
50
doing.
how you doings on people that don't have that credit. And you know what? You were 51. So you're just getting hi.
Yeah.
Welcome to What Can I Get You?
You got to go out there like Ryu and like, how you doing? And just get them like block that shit. Like,
Yes,
nah.
How long have you held on to that one? That one was stored in
He
the
had
memory
that
bank.
loaded up.
That was good.
He had that
was
loaded up
That
in the
was really
chamber.
well done.
Gentlemen, I want to ask all of you, individually and collectively,
Okay.
do you find that it is in any way okay
Absolutely not.
to to fuck with people that handle your money or your food?
Is it okay?
To like fuck with those people?
No.
You know what? Let me. Run
I mean,
that back.
maybe-
I'm gonna go ahead.
Maybe money, because there's definitely going to be a lot of cameras facing them if they're
Okay.
handling my money.
Let's Tarantino this. Let's go back to the
Which way
beginning,
should
okay?
I go? I gotta go to the bathroom. Y'all
You
mind if I
right
go
here,
this
right here,
way?
right here,
All
right
right,
here.
real quick.
Go ahead. Y'all
Hold
keep
it. Hold it for 2 seconds. I need you here for this.
I can still hear you.
No. Are you gonna? No. I want you to be here for this.
he wants you to sit down.
He's
So,
going to
like,
hold his piss right now.
So
for
many
this.
people, gentlemen especially, in some occasions, come in talking very fucking loud for the bank account that you then try to pass by us. Okay, so like you sit here and you want to talk big shit. I'm going to make sure that your date knows that you ain't fucking got it.
Yeah.
Sir, this got declined. Do you have another form of payment?
Is there any other cash in your pocket besides this bullshit? So,
Oh, or welcome back, man. Oh, she's prettier than the last one.
yeah.
No.
Oh, you don't disrespect the people that put shit for you to consume. Okay?
I usually turn around and say like, hey, did you turn your card off before you got here?
He's the
Can
nice
you turn,
one.
Can you turn it back
I
on?
am not.
Can you turn
Neither
your
am
card
I.
back on?
Jesus.
I'm
Can,
not the nice
can
one
you turn
either.
your card back on? Because I mean, I'm trying to run the car. I tried it. I tried it twice.
Check your app.
You know,
Hey, it got declined.
Check your
I
app.
tried it on
When
a
the record
different
skips
machine.
too,
Yeah, as soon as that fucking
the whole
as soon as
bar
that
here.
track skips, like, hey buddy, I'm sorry, brokey.
Yeah.
Come
well,
over
I will leave you all with this because I gotta go to the bathroom. But it was one of the things we actually discussed last week where we said, don't have we outside energy with a you should be inside bank account.
Yeah. You want to be outside, but your pockets are telling you no.
Love that.
Very
That
fucking
is
real.
so good.
We outside. Wells Fargo said, "No, the fuck you ain't."
No, you
Uh-uh.
aren't.
Nuh-uh.
You should be.
There,
If
there's
you are.
there is a negative between those numbers. There's a negative right there in front of those
Your
numbers.
bank account just snitched on you, my guy.
Yeah.
It did real hard. I love those moments, by the way. So please don't show up where I'm bartending because I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
I don't get to experience that much now at my place because, like you, I see different people all the time, so I don't get to see regulars,
Okay.
which I miss.
Don't miss them too much.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I get a little bit of that when I work the patio bar,
Yeah.
which is where the previous quote that you saw came from. It's like, "Why are you mad?" Or what did it say? Some shit like that. Like, you don't look as angry.
Oh yeah, you don't look as angry
Yeah,
as you used
so
to. Yeah.
Just to bring you back to speed, I was working the patio bar one event, and one of the customers recognized me. She's like, "Oh, you usually work inside, right?" I was like, "Yeah." "Are you in trouble?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Oh."
In trouble.
She's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to work out here. I get to talk to people and have a conversation." She's like, "Yeah, you don't look as mad."
Oh no.
She's used to seeing your eyebrows furrowed, just like
I'm not mad. I'm focused. I'm
mm,
trying to hear orders. I'm trying to hear what you want to order. I'm not mad.
This is my functional face.
Until you piss me off, then I'm mad. But then you can't really tell at that point.
Oh my sweet Jesus
So-
Jones.
It's just
Yeah. No, man.
there's not a big unless I'm on the outside. If you guys ever see me on the patio bar, I'm usually talking to people, and I have a smile on my face, and I get to talk to
No,
people.
cussing
Yeah.
them right out.
No. I'm not really cussing
It's-
people out. Yeah,
I would love to see it. It would be very refreshing.
yeah. It's a whole different shit.
Because the thing is, and I get this as well, it's a thing where when you're in your inside bar and your inside bar, and when I'm just like, Usually on wood 2, I'm just in a ready to be fucked with face.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm ready.
Oh my god.
no, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like you're about to come with some shit. And if you come with some like actual good energy and you actually make me laugh or like we're vibing, like then everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna like change my energy up. But I come in ready for you to kind of fuck with me.
You're on some fuck shit. You're like prepped.
I know you're about to fuck with me, and that's fine. I'm cool.
Your
But
head
I'm
might
ready
be cut
for
off
it
from the
because
boxes.
I don't have time to transition to damn. Are you fucking with me? It's got to be like, oh, you're fucking with me. Cool. Let me get you your shit because I got 5 other motherfuckers I need to get to right now. And so yeah, I start off my ground zero. My default is you're about to fuck with me.
Oh, God.
Wait, I just remembered one of the events last week. I went the whole shift without anybody pissing me off.
No way.
Yeah,
Stop
it was crazy.
talking.
I even told
Ring the
Kyle, I was
bell
like,
for that shit.
huh? Oh yeah, thank you. I even told Kyle, I was like, hey man, like how are we feeling today? He's like, no, we're feeling good. Everybody's great. I was like, yeah, nobody's pissed me off. 2 hours in, I was like, yeah, nobody's pissed me off. It's a record.
What was this event, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't remember. It was one of our regular parties, but because of Coachella weekend, it was not as popping.
Dude went home and hit his
But
neck like
everybody-
a doorstop.
Everybody was good. It was a smaller crowd, but people were tipping nice, and
Yeah.
it was good. And everybody was on their P's and Q's. Everybody was just having
Everybody
a good
act like
time. And I was
they
like, damn, nobody pissed me off tonight. Holy shit.
Everybody act like they've been outside before.
Everybody acted like they've been outside at a bar and have had home training.
Yeah,
Yo.
They were on their best behavior, and I loved it. It was a great shift.
I fuck with that.
I
Yeah.
often
I was
tried to
So-
not take
so-
over these folks, like these moments, but that was actually really dope. I just made myself just super inappropriate.
Yeah, no, you're
so-
good. I also had one on Friday, similar situation where I got all the way to the end of the night and it was 4 people. There's 3 guys, 1 girl,
That's a
and
porno.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just gotta pay extra for that.
and when they were ordering,
fucking random.
all 4 of them walked up together, but they would order 1 drink at a time.
Ugh.
So by the time we got to the 3rd person out of the 4, I have 3 or 4 additional people who are not together looking at me, some of which I've already served earlier that night. Hey, why aren't you taking care of me? And I'm looking at them, then looking at them. I'm like, I'm waiting on them to pay.
You give them that look like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yell at them.
So the guy who has the card in his hand finally turns to the last person. He's like, you sure you don't want anything, this and that? I'm like, look, man, the lights are on. We're supposed to be closing. You know, that's the energy I'm giving him. Come on, man, let's go. I got people waiting.
Right.
And so one of the people looks up and says, actually, you know what? Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna paint a whole picture. It was 3 black guys and a white girl. Now that sounds like a porno.
That is a fucking porno.
So
Son of
the
a bitch.
the white woman says to me, I'm sorry that you're having such a bad night.
Ugh. Oh.
And I'm just standing there and I haven't said anything or done anything other than giving the look to the other people. I'm not serving you because these people are taking too
I'm
long.
stuck
I
with
haven't said
these.
anything. I haven't motioned. I just gave them a look.
Right.
So for her to say that, I just said, no, I'm having a fantastic night. And she's like, oh, well, you don't look like you're having a great night. I'm
Oh, my
like, oh, I'm
God.
having a great night. And we're actually closing, so I'm gonna be doing even better when you all are gone. And I said that with a smile. I said it with a smile. You know, now I've been told that probably wasn't the best choice of words, but it usually works.
I got feedback on that choice of words.
Yeah, but it usually works. Now,
Right.
yes, in this particular instance, it did not work, and I'm fine with that. You can't win them all. But I said it with a smile, and then she's like, "Oh, what do you mean by that?" And I was like, I literally said, I was just joking. I'm just saying, I'm tired. We're closing. She's like, well, why are you looking at us like that and saying this? I was like, I have 4 people.
shit.
I have 4 people waiting, standing next to you, and they're all looking to me for answers of why I'm not serving them. I can't just move on to them. What if I forget your order, or what if you decide to walk away because this person's order causes me to turn around, and you four then decide to walk away. All those things are going through my mind where I'm trying to also let these guests know I'm not ignoring you. I just cannot take your order yet. Even if you tell me your order, oh, you could just take my order. What if I forget your order or get it wrong because they take so long to give me payment that by the time I turn around to take your order, I think I got it right, but now I got it wrong.
Right.
All these different things are going through my mind.
100%.
So then the guy with the car turns and is like, what? You don't talk to a female like that, this and that. And I looked at him and I was like, brother, who are you trying to get loud for?
Also, what way did I talk?
No.
Oh no, you
Brother,
were someone like, why are you coming at me?
It was 3 brothers and a white woman. You is not about to yell at me in front of this white woman. I'm sorry. I'm not taking it. I am at work. You will not curse at me in front of this white woman. I won't stand for it. I'm on the clock.
I won't stand for it. I won't stand
I won't.
for it.
There's just some things I cannot take.
Upon which I will not stand. Oh my
Which is
God.
hard.
This is the line
I'm
in the
sorry.
Oh
sand.
my God. That is
I'm sorry.
great.
That was
Speaking of white lines,
Yeah.
I won't stand on this one. Okay.
yeah. Like
Wow.
that was one
Wow.
railroad I was not willing to go underground for.
Jesus.
I came right at the perfect time.
Thank you,
Came
brother.
back at the perfect time.
Back in action from the pee break.
No, it's just but afterwards, both of the other bartenders both looked at me and they were like, dude, you okay? You good? This and that. Because last year when motherfuckers would talk to me, I just would go off. Like they get loud at me, I get loud back.
Right.
But this time I literally looked at him and was like, why are you yelling? You don't even know why this woman is telling you to be angry at me.
Right.
You just heard this woman tell you to be angry at me. And you
You
crossed
pulled a Will Smith.
crossed the picket line that quick.
Perpetuating
No,
the cycle,
no.
brother.
He pulled a Will Smith.
Yeah. No, he crossed the picket line. You supposed to
Keep
be
my
over here with
wife's
me.
name out your
With-
fucking
Nah,
mouth.
you don't let that white woman yell at me, sir. You're supposed to be over here with me. There's 4 of us. There's one of her.
Pick your side.
Nah, I'm just kidding. But nah, on some real shit, it was really
stop
just
picking.
the fact that he was not paying attention, and just because someone told him to be angry,
Yeah.
he decided,
Let me go
oh,
0 to 100.
I'm supposed to be angry at the bartender.
Yeah.
Let me just be angry at the bartender. It's like, come on, man. Like, I hadn't even said anything. She asked me a question. I tried to make a joke. I let her know I wasn't in a bad mood. That didn't work. Tried to make a joke. That didn't work. Like, come on, man.
Where we at?
But
Yeah.
at the same time, when I was asked, am I okay? I looked at both coworkers. I was like, what do you mean, am I okay? That was nothing. Whereas a year ago, yo, that would have led to a Yelp review.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Can I show you guys this video?
For sure.
Okay. Let me preface this by saying Gen Z has discovered Everclear.
I love that you gave up on trying to wait for a good segue and you just created it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't, then it's not
No,
going
I
to
know.
happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gen Z has now discovered Everclear, and it is fucking hilarious.
I would like to.
It is.
I want to piggyback on that, and I just want to say that I want to add something at the very end. I would love all of your very sincere input.
Microphone, sir.
Yeah.
I would like to add something to the end of this
Mhm.
and just qualify a question from all of you, and like I want your full, brutal, honest answer for that. Let it rip.
And go.
Okay.
Just keep that energy at the end.
Oh no, I have
Okay.
the exact question.
I'll-
I have the
I'll show it
exact
to you
question
here,
based
'cause
on our conversation.
You won't be able to see it. So, can
Oh.
you see it? Okay.
Clear, taking a shot with no reaction. That's the goal. 190 proof, 95 ABV. Alrighty.
Oh God, no.
Oh my gosh. Alright, you guys, cheers. Okay, so wasn't too bad. It was pretty good actually. Clean that all up, yeah. I think I shed a tear. I really thought I was gonna be able to do that. That's embarrassing. But I see people take full shots. They're alcoholic.
Yo, the fucking face.
Yo.
Now
Hold on. Yo,
That's
that was
That
the
face. That's
yo.
the face.
That's the equivalent. That's a motherfucker. No, that's a motherfucker. That's a motherfucker squirting for the first time, and they don't know. They're like, "What is happening?"
Right?
Who did
right?
t-
A little bit.
Who did not tell that man that was not straight fucking gas?
That's rubbing alcohol. 190 proof is
Oh,
rubbing alcohol.
God.
It's damn near. It's right there.
Oh my God, that is awful.
That fucking face.
Like, I'm happy he's still alive.
Like
Bro.
it physically burned the inside of
His
mouth.
eyes went cockeyed. Look at his eyes. There,
He was
two
like,
different
it wasn't
directions.
so
He
bad.
came.
Like
He
what do you
he
mean?
came and went. He needs to start an OnlyFans of just him taking shots
my
that he can't.
God.
The thing is, because he
Oh,
opened
my
it up
God.
with so much delight. It was
Yeah, he's like, oh, I got this.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man. You carry not enough nuts for this. Oh my God,
No reaction was the goal.
Wait a minute. Has Everclear always been 190?
Yeah.
It's been so high.
It's
I know it's been
borderline.
high.
Yeah, you can see the squiggle.
So
lines.
Everclear was the first alcohol I drank in the back of a high school party or whatever.
Fuck this
And that's why I didn't drink alcohol again until someone introduced me to, I think it was Malibu was the next thing I drank. I was like, oh, this shit's fucking delicious.
Rob,
I could drink this like juice.
I really wish we would have hung out in fucking high school, dog.
Bro, because if you go from thinking that all alcohol is on the level of Everclear to someone introducing you to fucking Malibu,
Bruh, that's like someone giving you German chocolate cake and then giving you funfetti.
Dog. I love
100%, bro.
I just,
And I was just like,
Bro,
oh.
there's so many other cakes. You
No,
have,
no.
You have not had Road
But
Velvet.
like, if your whole entire thought process of what alcohol is Everclear or something along those lines,
oh
I-
my God.
I just, I don't know.
That's
Wait.
me on my 21st.
Oh, is
After-
that you?
That's me on my 21st.
Oh my God.
Can I tell you how I got there?
Is that going up?
It could.
This is a funny
It's up to
story.
you.
Let me tell you
could.
how I got here.
No, but really.
In case it doesn't,
So-
just to let you know, kiss my Converse.
Oh no, they were
Those are
clean.
great
They were
things,
brand new.
Those are
Yeah, they
great
were brand new.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So it was my
That's
21st
insane.
birthday party. A friend of mine brought. I might have told the story before, but now you have the
20
visual.
last. Oh my God.
But a friend of mine brought some Everclear, and he made this monstrosity of a concoction. He took the club soda, emptied out about a quarter of it, maybe a third, poured the whole bottle of Everclear in there, right?
Sounds
The whole
jungle juice.
750 in there. And then took one of those water flavor enhancers, like the Mio Energies or whatever,
Yeah.
poured that in there to mask the taste. I shit you not, you could not taste it
No,
at all.
Everclear's taste is pretty easy to cover up.
And I had maybe about 2 cups of that, like 2 red Solo cups. And so I went to the bathroom, right? And I was feeling it. I was
And
like,
then, and then you
"God
woke up on this podcast.
damn." and
Your
now I
life
woke up
caught
here.
up with you real quick.
No, but so I was drunk. I used the bathroom and then I sat down. I was like, fuck, I'm drunk. All right. Room's not spinning. So I was kind of tired. So I was really more tired than anything, but I was also really drunk. So the combination, I was like, all right, I'm just going to like close my eyes here for a minute. I woke up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, thought the party was still going, went downstairs to rejoin the party. All my friends are passed out on the floor. I was like, oh, I slept through that.
You lost.
No, it was.
But
so
it sounds
much
like
time.
everyone lost because everyone just passed out on the floor. They
Yeah,
all-
he was passing that thing around. Everybody had some of that shit. It was good, and you couldn't taste it. And then when it
Yeah.
was almost done, he's like, "Yeah, there's Everclear in there."
Yeah.
But I have to be honest. Like,
Oh.
this result of an Everclear experience is nowhere near the aftermath of the Everclear experience that
I didn't puke or anything. I didn't puke or anything. But
I have watched people like shift bodies. Like they went from one body to another body because they threw up
Like Captain
enough
Ginyu and
into
and
another
Goku?
bag.
Bro,
and it filled another
speaking
body.
of Captain Ginyu, I hit the fucking Yamcha pose on that.
Do you
shit.
know what?
I hit the fucking Yamcha pose after Everclear. I did not just
I didn't
realize
even
that.
realize that.
I
didn't even
just realized that now
That's
until you said
crazy.
Captain Ginyu.
No,
I got the
that's-
Yamcha pose.
That is magic. crispy fucking chucks, and a good day. You woke up. By the way, you woke up ready to go party again.
I did.
You're like, all right, fuck it, let's
You
get
know,
back
he's
in.
rested at that point. Yeah.
Have you guys ever
Hey,
heard
just
of
had a
Buffalo
sensu
or
beam
Jungle
and
Juice?
was like, "Yo, it's
So
ready
what?
to go."
No, I was about to tell a story about Jungle Juice.
What?
Please.
Oh, go ahead.
You know, Jungle Juice, obviously.
Yeah.
Hairy Buffalo is what we called it.
I mean, what's
Hairy
the
buffalo.
difference?
Oh,
Just make sure you send that to me so I can
so-
post
I will.
that.
Hairy Buffalo is what we call Jungle Juice. You
Okay.
chop up a bunch of fruit, you soak it in Everclear, you put it in juice, and then you drink the result of that. So, anyway, continue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already told this story on the podcast, but basically I was at a party. I think it was a Memorial Day weekend. It was in somebody's backyard. They had just either rented a house or they were living in this house. I don't know, but like they just wanted to have a big ass bash for Memorial Day weekend. It was a bunch of friends from school that just happened to be in LA because it was somebody else's wedding. So it was just like, it was a great reunion of sorts. But like they went all out. Like they got like a bouncy house for the front of the house. So like it was like a fun ass time. There was a lot of shit going on. But they had just a table of liquor, and you just kind of like make your concoction. So everyone was drinking what they normally drink for like normally how you survive your night. Whatever your pace is, everyone was kind of like drinking at that pace. And so that's where everyone got fucked up because we were all drinking at what we thought was our normal pace. And then the DJ just had what seems to be a bathtub in front of him. And it was filled with ice, and he just dumps 2 handles of Everclear into it, along with powdered sugar and Hawaiian
Handles?
punch. 750s maybe. I don't
Oh.
know. But there was 2 of them.
In a plot twist, it was the tipsy bartender.
It honestly was like that. And honestly was like,
there you have it.
yeah, no, real fucking shit. It was on some tipsy bartender shit because
2 shots.
I
of
just
vodka.
remember it was, I don't know if it was Kool-Aid or fruit punch or Hawaiian punch or whatever, but he put, I think it was some powdered sugar in there, but it just was one of those things where I know there's at least 2 things of Everclear in there, and everyone just lined up, and you just would get your red Solo cup and you just dip it in, you just get it and you drink it, and you don't taste shit. You just drink fucking fruit punch. So you taste it and you're just like, shit, it's just juice. Let me get another one. But this is what I'm saying is you're drinking this on top of already drinking what is your normal pace for just surviving the night drinking. And so I just remember the entire party went on tilt because everyone was kind of like, we're having a good time and we're drinking and cool, to everyone was just fucked up.
Lean.
Yeah.
Fucking left.
And shit just was,
left of center.
it was just like a lot of shit happening at the same time. It was a lot to process if I was sober. It was more to process because I was fucked up on Everclear and a lot of other shit. And I was just like, I know everyone else fucked up, but fuck, I'm fucked up too, so I can't process that they're fucked up. And then I just grabbed my homie and was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And then I do not condone this. This is a different time. This is 2012 or something like that. I drove my friend's rental car, which it wasn't even my car, and I got us home. And then when I got home, then my friend was like, yo, you got to come pick up our other homie because he's passed out in front of the bouncy house and we don't know where his shoes are. And it's like, oh shit. It was a whole fucking thing. Everclear is the devil. Don't do it. Kids or adults. I don't think any adults would do it at this point, but
That goes
Gen
for
Z-
MD40 as well. Please.
MD40, Mad Dog. Hey,
Please. Don't.
what a time to be alive.
Oh, they're also discovering Mad Dog as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in for it. Those that do not,
I just want to let them watch. I want to watch.
those that do not study history are doomed to repeat it.
Well, the thing is, there's no footage of us drinking these things. We
Thank
just have
Nah,
stories.
God.
not really. I mean, except for the photo
Yo,
evidence.
kids, we crawled to give you the ability to walk. Just walk.
Just go get
Walk,
a cocktail.
walk on past it. Just don't partake.
Yeah.
we already
It's
did.
fine. Go get you.
You
a
don't
Moscow
want none
Mule
of
and
this.
Live it up.
Yeah.
Full Dewey Cox. You don't want none of this.
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy.
Yeah.
I really don't know how the fuck we're all standing here right now.
Nah.
oh, we're all sitting at this point. There is
Yeah, because our knees don't
But-
work.
but
no
here's-
more.
actually I gotta set this up. Someone fill time while I mirror the screen real
Oh.
quick, please.
Okay. Well,
What?
Yeah. Drink.
yeah, but to go back to the photos, yeah, I was more tired than anything, but the combination, it fucked me up. But
I was more
also,
tired when I got a DUI. Too.
also, I didn't miss my party. This was at like the tail end of it too. When I was
Okay.
like, all right, I gotta use the bathroom. It was like maybe
But, bro,
3-ish
we just
o'clock.
really have to analyze the position that you were left in.
It was the Yamcha pose.
That
I was
you were just you
was
were
out.
gone.
I was out. My friend that took that photo, he told me about it the next day. He's like, yeah, I walked into the piss. You were sleeping. So he pissed while I was passed out.
He's like, well, he's not.
He was like,
waking up.
all right, well, snap. I'll send this to him later.
Yeah.
I woke up and saw that. I was like, fuck. All right, well,
I mean, it fucking happened.
yeah.
At least you didn't lock yourself in the bathroom while you're on the toilet.
I've done that before.
I have done that as well.
I've done that.
You know what?
Actually at one of my tia's house, she lives out here over in Paramount. We were
Paramount?
having, yeah.
That's where I get my haircut.
Damn, you go all the way to Paramount?
It's, just,
Jesus Christ. I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah.
it's a really good barber. I don't know what to tell you.
So
I'll
we
see
were
it.
having a family party there, whatever, this and that. And I got pretty lit to the point where me and my cousins were just like drinking or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do the Steve Austin thing. So I crashed 2 beers and drunk them. It was fun.
Oh,
And then I went to
God.
use the bathroom and I had to piss, and then I ended up locking the door because went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I passed out in there. They had to break the lock. I woke up on an air mattress. I was like, this is not where I last remember being at. They're like, yeah,
So-
you fell asleep. We had to break the
So
lock.
in a plot twist, that's what happened to that one guy at Beauty.
He's in the stone
Remember what I
cold
said?
and
The one guy, they
then
found
just
him in the
knocked the fuck
bathroom.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to him.
Oh,
He
shit.
went to the bathroom during a shift and passed out on the toilet. And then when people were trying to get in the bathroom and it wouldn't open, they had to call security. And then when security opened the door, he was passed out on the fucking toilet. That's how he got fired.
That's funny.
And then that led to several other people getting fired because they checked the cameras to find out why he was so fucked up. So his little mistake cost so many people their jobs. But yeah, so I also wanted you guys to see this video.
Why did your dessert take so long? No, it wasn't because I had to go milk the cow and then make the ice cream. That's funny though. Actually, I went to the computer and rang in your order for the dessert, and then I went to the side stand to get some spoons, but there weren't any spoons there, so I went to the front side stand to get you some spoons, but there weren't any there either because nobody ever does their side work. So I went to the kitchen to ask Dish to run some silverware because we never have enough spoons around here, even though we're always asking the managers for more spoons, and they're like, well, stop throwing them away, so real helpful, right? And that's when I looked over at Expo and noticed that there weren't any tickets in the window. So I went over there and I'm like, hey, where's my ticket? And he's like, oh, the printer got unplugged, so we lost some of the orders. So I went back to the computer to resend your dessert. And then I went back into the kitchen, but there were seriously no spoons. So I had to dig through the bus tub and find 2 spoons that I could wash by hand. So I go back to the line to check on your brownie, and that's when I find out that Juan, who was doing dessert in Cold Station today, is on a freaking smoke break, and suddenly none of the other cooks can remember how to put a freaking brownie into the microwave. Oh, that's not my job, man. That's not my job. So I take my ass behind the line to put your brownie into the microwave, and when I pull it out, I freaking burn myself. Seriously, this is gonna blister. And we have to put our own ice cream onto the dessert, so when I get to the ice cream station, I look in there, and of course the container's empty, and I know it was that skank Christina because she just served an apple pie a la mode like 7 minutes ago, and I know she was the last one to use it. I know it was you, Christina. So now I have to go downstairs to the freezer to get another container of ice cream, and when I get back upstairs, I see Alex standing there eating a brownie. I'm like, what the fuck, Alex? He's like, what? I thought it was dead. And I'm like, why would I leave a brownie in the ice cream station if it's dead? It would be on that table where we always put the dead food. So Juan is finally back from his cigarette break, and I tell him I need a brownie on the fly, and he's like, I don't see a ticket for that. I'm like, make me the fucking brownie. So I grabbed it out of the window, put some ice cream on it, squirted some goddamn chocolate caramel sauce, threw a handful of nuts on it, and then covered it with whipped cream, and then I brought it out to you. And that's why your dessert took so long, Susan. I hope you enjoy it.
I cannot describe the amount of anxiety that I had reliving what has been so many situations. That was like watching an episode of The Bear.
I just felt so compelled, like the amount of remorse I had for that man.
Yeah.
because I'm like, I get you.
No, I've been through that.
Like
I've been through
sweating,
that.
sweating.
Oh God, oh,
And then when they throw that joke out, like, "Were you milking the cow?"
and you're just like,
We just talked about it last week.
Fire
Oh, my
in
food
my-
was so terrible. That's why my plate is empty. Oh, your tip depends on you laughing at my joke.
so I get ahead of
Wait, you didn't laugh at my joke. I'm sorry you're having such a bad night.
By the way, straight up, we don't do that. We're industry people. We don't do that shit when we go out.
No.
I don't know about you.
No.
I don't do that shit.
I said that earlier. That was what happened to me when I went out to a place. There was so many things going on. I'm not gonna be, oh hey, I work in the service industry.
it. Oh God.
I know you're having a rough time.
I get it.
Complete
You and me,
transaction.
right?
Yeah.
You and me
I'm
together.
I'm trying to eat faster so I can get out of your fucking
Yo,
way.
for real. I don't want to be a problem.
Yeah.
Like here's exactly what I want. Here's my drink order. Here's this.
Boom.
Bring
Real.
the check with it. Bring the
Yeah.
check with it.
Yeah.
Turn
And
it
you're getting at least 20% because I have seen at least 5 of the things that I know you're going through without knowing what other 10, 15, or 20 other things you're going through just because of this location and how it's run. Me being in your job doesn't mean I know what you're going through. It just means I can empathize with what you're going through.
100%.
Which is why a lot of times where some people who work in the industry and they go into a place and they're like, oh, I'm a bartender, I'm a server, I do this, I do that, or oh, I worked in the industry back in the day, so I know what you're going through.
Good
If
for
you
you.
did, you wouldn't tell me until the end. Tell me at the end. I went to dinner the other night with one of my other friends who's in the industry, and our service was nothing against them. It was during a rush on a Sunday evening, and they did the best they could with what they had. So to me and my friend that I was having dinner with, we both looked at it. You're getting 20%. Period.
Yeah.
You did everything that was required of you, especially in the position that you're put in. We've seen that you are the only server for this whole section that was at least 8 tables. At least 8 tables. And not all the same amount of heads for the tables.
Right.
The table next to us was 3 top. We were a 2 top. The 3 tables behind us were 2 tops. But all the tables to our left, and I think the last table on the back end, were at least 4 tops, maybe 6.
Damn.
And that's just that one section.
Jeez.
We don't even know if that server had another section. So we weren't trying to be like, oh, hey, we get it. All of this, we were just like, hey, at the end, hey, we're both industry. We appreciate everything that you've done.
Yeah.
We didn't ask for any hookup. We've already paid. We just want to let you know, appreciate you.
I see you.
Appreciate what you're doing. You know
Literally,
what I'm
I
saying?
see you.
Yeah. And that's all it was, which for someone in the industry is that's as much of a tip as anything else. You know?
Yeah.
It's-
100%.
You know, I guess you could say it's, you know, using a sex toy, but your partner is using the app. We're both getting there. It's just you're doing your part too.
Very
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
answer, and I fucking did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to bring it home.
I had to bring my own. Yeah. Another issue I had this week was people crossing the line of the well. I think we had a video for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got it, or you want me to do it? Because I was
You
pretty
put it in
queued up.
the
Generally speaking, it's
don't touch
just-
the garnishes one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
I remember that.
Because it's
You got it or
I got it.
well, yeah.
Keep talking.
It's a common
Keep
issue
talking till we cue it up.
that I think happens in a lot of bars and restaurants, and it's just generally again a similar rule of just like, are you fucking with me? One, but two, just read the room and just know that this is a place of business, and you doing anything across the line of what is my space, you're contaminating it. It's cross contamination, so I probably have to throw out anything that you may have touched, but also just generally whatever I make over here that is meant for you, I'm going to put in front of you because that's my job. And so anything that's on my side is my side, and shit that's mine so don't touch it. That's just general common courtesy in life.
Sorry, that's definitely my fault because I forgot how the video started.
What's that?
And I apologize for that. Yeah, like it's ready to go here in a sec. I just want to screen record at the same time.
Yeah.
I just forgot how the video started, so
it,
I kept
starts right in,
I kept
right in.
restarting the video.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
this
yeah.
ain't the right one.
We're good.
Because it actually starts with a video that I've seen before, and I'm sure we all have seen before,
Yeah.
or I expected that we did.
Yeah.
But he takes it in a different direction, which I really appreciated.
Those are oranges that we used to do. I'm putting it on your bill.
Okay. Stolen orange, $12.
Don't touch the garnishes. For the love of God, don't touch the garnishes. Can you believe the audacity this customer had when she decided to come into the bar I used to work at and grab a nutmeg out of my ramekin? I look over at her and say, ma'am, those nutmegs are for me to grate over my cocktails. So she apologizes and puts it back, but now I gotta toss out the nutmeg because cross-contamination. So 20 minutes in, I get a large drink ticket order and I'm dialed in. I gotta focus on these drinks now. Now out of the corner of my eye, I see her going for that full nut action again, grabs a nutmeg, turns around to her group and says, have you ever wondered what one of these tastes like? Pops it in her mouth like an M&M and cracks her tooth. Lets out a little squeal. And at that moment, I had to stop and look at her and be like, ooh, what a shame. So moral of the story is don't touch the garnishes and you'll save yourself $12 on an orange and possibly a trip to the dentist. Cheers.
Yo,
It's perfect.
that shit is solid.
It's perfect.
That shit is fucking solid.
Yeah, it's perfect. And my story goes even beyond garnishes, and it's just like generally my start. So basically, some shit happened. So like I'm dealing with my side of the bar, whatever, and there's guests that are sitting here in front of me, and this is kind of a corner of the bar here. There's a girl here that I already know is annoying as fuck. And she's been annoying as fuck every time she comes into the bar, but it's fine, it's cool, we love you, whatever. I don't love you, but people love you. Cool. And so I step away from that side of the bar to go take care of guests. At this point, 3 different guests have sat down at the bar at the same damn time. So it's a quick thing of, hey, what can I get you? Hey, what can I get you? Hey, what can I get you? Cool. I'm gonna need a card to start a tab. I'm gonna need to start a card to start a tab. I'm gonna need a card to start a tab. And so it's a thing where like, cool, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna start knocking out some of those drinks. As I drop off those drinks, I'm hopefully picking up a card, and I'm keeping those cards for myself so that now whenever I get done with all those drinks, I can finally go to the POS and actually input them and attach the card to the tab and all that type of stuff. So I'm dealing with all this process. What I generally do, because this is my side of the well, is I will take the card that I have so I don't lose it, and I put it on top of the tin while I'm making the drink. It's sitting right there. This bitch reaches over and just picks up the card that's sitting on the tin because she, I guess, thinks it was
shaker tin?
Huh?
The shaker tin.
It's a shaker tin.
Okay.
It's upside down, but like I just have someone else's card that I just collected from the other side of the bar. I sit it there before I go to the POS to put it in, and she just grabs it because she thinks it's one of her friends and was just like, hey, da-da-da-da, you have a card like this, da-da-da-da. And I said, bitch, what are you doing? This, and she legitimately thought it was her friend's card, which was a weird line of thought because I didn't talk with this guy about his card. I didn't collect his card. It didn't make any sense. But it was like, oh, nah, he had the same name as this card and da-da-da. I was like, no, anything on this side of the well is mine. If it's something for you, I will present it to you and put it in front of you. But I just felt so like violated on behalf of the other person whose card it was, because I was just like, nobody wants like random people touching their card. But now I got to be super self-conscious, because I thought it was a general rule of like, if you see me put a card on a tin, like, don't touch it if it's not yours. And yeah, that shit fucked me up, because now I got to have a talk with you guys like you're fucking children to say, hey, don't touch anything that's not yours, and don't touch anything if it's not on your side of the fucking bar. And yeah, in addition to the garnishes, just generally don't touch anything on my side of the well, because it could belong to someone else, or yeah, it was just so bizarre. That shit fucked me up.
You hand them the check back like, what did we learn?
Yeah.
Give me a full report.
Yeah, it was.
I'm gonna have to talk to your parents.
Yeah, just
Right.
treat it like the bedroom. If you don't have my consent, don't touch. Just don't touch.
That's a good one.
Have you
I'll give you that. That's a good
have you talked to me?
It's not just
Did I tell you that I like you touching my cards?
Listen, hey man.
I didn't tell you I like you touching my cards.
Don't touch my car.
Maybe I just like you looking at my cards.
Consent is
Maybe
sexy
that's
as
what
fuck.
gets me there.
Consent is
Why don't
sexy
you
as fuck.
wait? Let's get there together. Why are you trying to get ahead all the time? See, that's your problem. You're selfish, Guess. That's what it is.
Damn.
See, that's your problem.
You're only thinking about yourself.
Damn.
And yeah.
This is
and,
not
and
what
what you're
mean by
paying.
self-care, okay?
And whether or not your drink tasted good. Are you worried about the other people's drinks
Coming
tasting
from a
good?
deep place right
Come on,
now,
man.
my brother.
Perhaps. But sometimes when it slips from the balls to the gooch and it's a little bit unconsented, you're just like, oh, you're willing to go there. Didn't know it, but I'm fine.
I've never had anyone touch my garnishes and be like, oh, you know what?
Touch my
Yeah, you can keep touching my garnishes.
Oh my
You-
god.
You do it with such a gentle hand.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
I didn't know that we were willing to go there. Yes. No, that is not the same effect when you touch my garnishes at all.
I like the way you fiddle my mint sprigs.
I will say that you guys can slap my mint anytime you want to when it comes to it like that, all right? With
you
my
keep on
consent.
looking into the.
No, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at me.
The camera's.
But
I'm
we're
looking
recording
at
it.
where I need to be. I don't want to look right into their eyes because I don't.
You don't want to scare them.
No.
You don't want to scare 'em.
Are you afraid of commitment?
Yes. Yeah, I am. It's a red flag of mine.
I think all of us are, but that's another.
I definitely am.
That's another podcast.
That is my bartender toxic trait.
I will have. I want to ask
afraid
this
of
all of
commitment.
you. Oh,
Every 2 years, I gotta change bars. I don't want you thinking we go together.
100%. Like we ain't dating. but-
We were just hooking up this whole time.
This is,
You know, I was still
expensive
seeing other
hookup.
bars.
What is one of your I know they got me fucked up moments in your bartending experience? Like you had to excuse yourself moments. Have you had one of those?
Like they got me fucked up.
Yeah. Like not quite are you fucking with me because like you can talk through that, but like I gotta walk away or I'm taking a piece of this person with me. Truly. Yeah. Yeah. It's like that.
There's not one. It's with certain parties and certain events, it just happens often enough, but I can't walk away.
Got it.
But the ones that do it for me are the people that come around and to try to come and talk to me. The individuals, mainly women, that because the bar rail's right here and I come up and they're like, oh yeah, what can I get you? Like I put my hands here and I lean in close because the music's loud. I'm like, yeah, what can I get you? And they like try to touch me and I'm like pulling my hand back. One woman actually kept like trying to grab my hand and pull it back. I'm like, it's like, no. I had to tell her like, don't touch me.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gave me this look of like, and I look back like, yeah, don't fucking touch me.
She thought you were presenting your hand for.
I wasn't like this. I was just like, yes, what can I get you? And I was just right here. And then she was talking to her friend. So I guess she was using that contact to try to tell me like, hey, I'm still going to come back and tell you what the order is. And I'm like pulling my hand away and she's still creeping up over there. And then kind of had like a little pullback and I was like, don't touch me.
Snatch it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, don't touch me.
No, yeah, I hate that.
And again, she gave me that look as if like I offended her by not allowing her to touch
I also
me.
feel like that's one of those things where women don't realize how creepy they are. They are just
They
as
assume that we always
y'all are just as guilty of the same
Yes.
things that you say men do that are creepy, but y'all really don't have the.
You guys are
I
weird.
don't know. Like
y'all are weird as shit.
Yo,
Y'all are weird as
We
shit.
were just. I was just telling the story on the last episode about this one woman climbing over the bar, trying to get to
yeah.
one of our other bartenders,
Oh, God.
and then being all over the two surfers that were there. Then she tried to swing on the manager, tried to swing on security, tried to swing on the cops.
Yo, what's her at?
I don't know.
I
I
just
don't know.
want to see it out. There's a friend I know that wants to see this out.
I could save her.
Okay, I mean,
I
she
could
don't want to
change
be
her.
saved.
Hey, she did come
Don't
back
say
and tip the people who work there like an extra 100. We still 86'd her though.
Taking her money and
Thanks,
then
bitch.
86ing her
Don't bring
is
your ass back.
hilarious. That's hilarious. That's fucking ballsy.
Gotcha, bitch.
Hey, thank you.
Yo, Fight Club is the fuckboy of bars. I don't care what anyone says. Is the fuckboy of bars.
Yeah, no.
Because we ain't
We'll
never
take
gonna
it.
change. We're gonna keep treating you the same way we
We'll
always
treat you the
treat
same
you.
thing. I don't care how much
We
money
overserve
give
you
us.
on purpose.
And
so
we don't
can
want you
kick
to change
out.
either. Keep that toxic
Oh
energy.
my God.
Fucking
The
hilarious.
toxicity of our city.
Yo, toxic energy, sometimes they tip well.
They have to
Sometimes.
so they can get back in.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That's the only reason.
No,
they
yeah,
act
that
like
was
they
what she
do.
was thinking. When she gave y'all
I,
100, it was
I want
definitely
toxic tips without the toxic guest.
Yeah.
Like listen, if you are a toxic person, you keep getting kicked out, you got to tip in advance. Like I need to know what kind of shit I'm dealing with before you even walk in the damn door. Like come on, preemptive toxic tips.
I'll take it.
Preemptive toxic tips.
Yeah,
Okay.
And I'll put up with it.
Toxic tips.
Depending
But-
on what that toxic tip is.
That is my you got me fucked up moments.
I appreciate
Was
it.
people coming around like that and then the touching and
Grabbing ass.
it's like oh like no like what the fuck I actually yelled at one dude or one person that came like all the way around and tapped me while I was opening the drawer. I was like, yo, back up, I need you to back up. I was like, I don't care, back the fuck up, go over there.
Yeah.
Just yelling. It's just what makes you think you can come back here. Like really, you got me fucked up. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Tell somebody else. Tell security. I don't fucking care. Get the fuck away from me. I have money back here.
Kick yourself out.
It's just it's not like a oh you don't trust your customers. Like no, because they're strangers. But also it's like there's my money here. There's alcohol. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're capable of. I don't fucking care to find out. I don't want to know. This is not your area. This is just not where you come around here. This is like the quarantine zone. Stay the fuck out. Stay out.
You have no incentive
You
to
are
not.
you are
give me
infected.
6 feet.
I am sanitized. You are infected. Get out of here, you fucking zombie.
God,
The fuck away from me.
I miss 2020. I do.
6 feet. Give me 6 feet.
Yeah,
It really
yeah,
was
Get over
good, dog. I'm sorry, it was good. Now I feel you.
yeah. But also that too, like that can be implemented as well. Like, dude, stay the fuck away from me. Like when people try to order from me, and I know it's loud, I know what I can do to hear them better. It's the ones that are like leaning all the way the fuck over. I'm just like, okay, I can still hear. It's loud as fuck, but these earplugs will allow me to hear you. I just gotta turn my ear this and that way, and I can hear you as long as you speak up enough. You don't have to fucking. Yeah, so let me get a.
Oh God.
And it's usually the short girls, and it's kind of funny. 'Cause it's like, okay, I'm gonna lean in a little bit more to help you out.
Yeah,
you
but-
ain't gotta fucking climb
Yeah,
up.
but the other side is you get those other people who are clearly tall enough and have enough of a voice to be able to tell you their order from far away, and then they lean in and whisper.
They go like this. They're like, let me get a fucking song. Oh God. Huh?
And I started doing that. I was like, what?
Oh, I do that a lot too.
Yeah.
Huh?
And then they would just
Huh?
be so thrown back. I'm just like, yo, like there's a lot going on.
Nah,
back
I don't
here.
even do that. I just
You just
literally
stare at them, just
no.
like-
I literally lean back and say, I can't fucking hear you. I know I'm not supposed to talk to people like that, but yo, like I don't want to keep repeating myself on some real shit. I can't fucking hear you. Yo, you gotta speak up. If it's now, if am I gonna do that on a Wednesday or a Tuesday at like 7 p.m.? No. But
I
I'm
would. Our
talking
music is
like
loud.
on a Friday, Saturday night.
You know, it's a lot of people. The music is loud.
You know it's busy.
Yeah.
You know there's no reason for me to be able to hear you, and you're whispering. What the fuck is your problem? Like,
Yeah.
no, I can't fucking hear you. Speak up.
Speak up.
Come on, man.
Speak up.
And in my experience, other than last Friday, usually people like it when you just talk to them straight.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just talk to me like whatever. If I'm fucking up, just let me know I'm fucking up. Just don't be like, yo, what's wrong with you, you stupid motherfucker? Like, don't be antagonistic.
Right.
But if you let someone know I'm just joking with you when I'm being like, hey, speak up. Yeah. It's like, it's back of the bus energy.
Yeah.
Also, like earn that camaraderie, earn that that respect with one another.
Right.
Get through the first couple of transactions, and then we can move on from there. Like they'll come in thinking that you're chill with me just because you have the fucking money. Like I don't care.
We're not friends.
Like we're not friends. I'm here to complete a transaction. This is where I keep my lights on.
Even if you remember me from a previous transaction, you were here 6 months ago and you remember me, but you think I'm supposed to remember you. Yo, we may still have that bond for you, but I've been seeing other people this whole time. I'm sorry.
By the way, your name is not Brad. It's vodka soda. That's your name. That's your name because I know what you ordered.
Literally, you have vodka soda. Was it somebody? Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go.
So many vodka sodas.
Gin and tonic Tom. G&T
Tom.
G&T Tom. G&T Tom.
You're not. You have no.
But the thing is, I would speak to that as well to say that like if you just kind of engage in that similar interaction, it will probably jog my memory. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember kind of doing this banter. But if you come in and just like, do you remember me? And I'm just like, you're another.
I just had this conversation yesterday with Scrappy Chris.
Scrappy.
2 shout outs on the same episode.
Right.
But I was telling him about how sometimes you don't mean to give someone a nickname, but just their order or something that happened or something like that. That's just what fucking creates the name.
Yeah.
But also it also will reinforce the memory. So fucking ranch water.
Oh.
We still don't talk about the bartender. I don't know if we've reached the point where we can talk about them.
Or so.
Yeah, but I don't want to make them feel bad. I don't even know if they remember this interaction, but I will say in the time since we have no longer worked together, every time I see those 2 guests who are on the opposite side of the story, that's how they let me know, hey, you remember me, right?
Ranch water.
I'm like, oh, yeah, I do remember you.
Man,
That's
that
funny.
Makes me so uncomfortable, dog.
That's funny.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
That's funny.
Unnecessary.
I feel better because that bartender doesn't work there anymore. But at the same time, it is just one of those wild things. It is humbling as well because how many stories am I on the opposite end of where I fucked something up or did something wrong or caught an attitude or whatever, and someone else is like, whatever. And they're referencing me and getting a fucking laugh. It's just,
you're perfect.
just don't take
It's
Fernando.
That's a gross nickname to give. That's wild. I think it's better than
it's
that.
Netty Nando.
And that makes me think you're into Natty Light. I was like, what? That's
That's what I was going for.
Natty Light.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've had so many memes sent to me that were either Fernet or Fernando in fucking origin or whatever, but it was bar related. So I've seen so many different versions of that for sure.
It should be Fernet Garcia. I mean, that's just, like, it's straightforward.
Fernando.
But it's right there. It's crisp. It's clean. And it's an industry.
So how are we gonna end this episode?
Yeah.
What's our closing topic, man? Like, I mean, you've been gone for a while, and I remember we talked last week before you did a no call no show. But we had talked about there were some things you had wanted to fill us in that you had been going through or noticing in your travels.
Yes,
in these different cities.
In the least amount of words, I've been challenged with some new tasks and tasks that are new for me. Is like I'm now leading a bar program, which I've never done before, and it's fucking hard. And especially when like client acquisition is it's very difficult. If people cancel and do all these things, like a lot of the work that I do gets like brushed off the table. So I'm now currently in a state where I'm figuring out how to manage my time, how to continue to move the like mixology and everything forward, and also find time for myself. So I love what I do and what I'm in, but my brain has been a bit scrambled. Like truly, it's been scrambled. Like I love being here right now, picking the brains of some wonderful minds, especially within this arena, always feels good. I found that I'm well out of my depth a lot of the time, and I'm now putting myself back into the learning process. Like, I know how to sling drinks, I know recipes, I can do these things, but I'm very much a student, and I'm putting myself back in the arena to learn from as many people as I can.
I got a solution for you.
Hit me.
Take an old cocktail that nobody's had in over 50 years and just change one ingredient. Boom. There you go.
I'm with it. I'm here for it.
That's all you got to
Just,
do.
I'm here for
just become comfortable with the word riff.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's a riff on. It's
Just a
my
riff
take
on
on.
Oh, it's a riff.
It's my little spin on.
It's a cocktail that's been around for 150 years, but I added bitters to it.
They served this before I was allowed in this bar. Yes, sir. Ring a ding ding.
Oh God, that was
Not a pre-civil rights riff.
It was a dark joke. Bing bang.
not
boom,
the civil
pow.
rights cocktail.
Oh,
Yes, indeed.
A riff, if you will.
damn! I call this cocktail the shuck and jive.
This is called the
Damn it.
emancipation.
Oh god. This drink is called the Abe Lincoln Lie.
This is a riff on the old fashioned. I like to call it a wade in water.
This is called He Deserved It.
I call this the 420 years ago.
Oh no. Oh.
Good lord.
Oh my god. Oh wait, what's your name? What's your name?
Is that like a Long Island? Can you do a Long Island?
Oh,
That's how these motherfuckers today would like react to that. Oh, I have this pre-Civil War cocktail called the Emancipation Proclamation. Can you make a Long Island?
No, they come to the bar and they'll ask you.
Because that'll
Hey,
get you fucked up.
They'll come to you and be like, which one of y'all makes the best Long Island here?
All of us.
God.
Sir.
Can I have hashtag free John Wilkes Booth?
Hashtag reach.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
I'd like one.
Can I get a Kennedy? You just put a lot of grenadine in the cocktail.
No.
I want to get a.
Not our first black president. Come on now.
No, Kennedy. John JFK.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yep.
I
Welcome
see
to
what you- I
being
get
black
it.
in America.
I get it.
I'd like
get
to
it.
get an Uncle Tom on the rocks, please.
That's just straight moonshine, baby.
Can,
Oh man, I'm an
Can-
asshole, and
can
I
I-
approve this message.
can I get a CIA? That's where the manager fucks it up, but they cover it up the whole time. They never take responsibility for their fuck ups.
Oh,
They comp
shit.
it. They make
Oh,
us
my
pay
God.
for it. Oh man, that's a good way to wrap it
It's
up.
a manager comp. It's a manager comp, but it's a bartender error. It's like,
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That's
Can I
that
get
is
a- can I get
good.
a shut the fuck up, Karen.
That is good.
I love
Oh,
that drink.
that is a good way to wrap it up. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know if we can do any better than that.
wrap it up, B.
Shots.
Wait, that threw me off. I didn't know who you were looking at that time.
Oh yeah.
I've been looking at Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
I've been looking at. I'm everywhere.
Is he looking back at you? Because I need to know how worried I should be.
I don't know where the fuck he's looking. It's just all blank. Look at it. And where the fuck is he looking?
So
Nigga, which Spider-Man are you looking at? Okay.
All three of them motherfuckers right there. Just two. Just,
Okay.
I didn't mean to cut you off there,
No,
but
please, dude. I need
we
you.
just had to go on the jokes and shit. But
Sir, the bottle's next to you.
the bottle's
so-
next to you.
You hold the power, fool.
Oh
my god.
What was I gonna say? I did have a good way, but no,
Oh,
I'm just
you know
spending
what?
time.
So actually,
ahead.
this
Yeah.
this is actually a good way to close things out. This was something that I had wanted to do. I know we're on the same page with this. I know we're on the same page with this. You're in the same roller coaster, so just let it happen.
Damn, Jesus Christ.
So So, God damn. You can't say that when your knees are up, sir.
You got fucking sweat.
Not with the shivering knees.
He said it again.
Anyway,
acting a goddamn.
I don't know
fool.
which camera we're using, so I'm gonna try to. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, we're good here. Anyway,
Miss Call.
So,
He's having right.
oh my God, let me finish this thing.
Sorry.
So, very thankful to have you back, Jeffrey. I know you were supposed to be here last week, and just as always the case in a service industry position, you got called into work and things like that. We've run into so many times where one of us gets called into work on a night that we normally would have off or things like that. But we've also run into instances where we have a lot of people who ask to actually be on the show, and that's not even like an attempt at a flex. That's just what
It is a flex. We do have a lot of people that want to come on here. We get requests all the time.
Yeah.
Talk that shit.
Yeah. But
that shit.
But just to stay on topic, we do
Fuck with us.
have a lot of people who ask to be on this show. And a lot of times when we have people who ask to be on the show, they're usually saying, well, when can you have me on? When can I come on? And because we're in the service industry and because we have very similar schedules, at least one of us needs to be here to be able to do this show. So we say, hey, these are the days we can do it. And we throw that out there. We don't ever want to feel as if we have to chase someone to be on the show, especially when we have other people asking to be on the show. And then we will set aside a time for someone to come on this show, because this show is all about people being able to come on and say what they need to say, make sure they're being heard and being seen. That's why we created this platform. And recently, today as well, we had someone who was supposed to be on the show, and this is one of the first people I met here in LA. And the place we used to work at together has since closed. And the last time I saw them was a couple weeks ago, and first thing they said to me, hey man, I want to come on the show. I need to be able to speak my mind and say what I need to say about what happened, because so much of what happened at where we used to work at has been swept under the rug. I was like, yo, come on. I've been trying to have you on this whole time. Yo, text me right now. That's what I said. Text me right now, because you've said that you've texted me. I haven't seen a text from you. So text me right now. I need to know what number is your number. I checked the next day, which I've obviously forgotten about, or not the next day, but at the end of the shift, because one of his friends was still there. They were like, oh yeah, he's been trying to talk to you for a while. And I was like, okay, open up my phone and I look, I had him saved as a different name. Because the night that he gave me his number, there was another person there who also was one of those people who was like, yo, you got to have me on the show. I want to come on. Two of his friends that always came in with him, yo, you got to have us on the show. We really want to come on, this and that, so forth and so on. But I found it funny because that night that he was saying at that time where he was like, yo, put my number in your phone, he had brought this girl in that he was super happy about bringing in, and he was like happy to show her off. That was last Easter.
Like Easter last year? Or
Easter of last year. This happened at the end of last year. But Easter of last year, I ran into someone who was one of my kind of regulars at my bar, but they were here at my building. Whatever. And the next time I see them, they're with him. So then he's looking at me like, oh, I want to be on your show. I want to be on your show. Put my number in your phone and this and that. And then I see her with him and I was like, okay, yeah. And this is him also several times saying he wants to be on the show and never
We are
following
really
through.
brewing the beer right now.
So I'm looking at him. I'm looking at this instance and I'm like, I'm not taking you serious. So therefore, when I see his number pop up on my phone, texting me like, yo, I'm coming through your job. I'm checking in. I'm looking at him like, whatever. Come to find out, it was this other homie. Now, this homie said he wanted to be on this show, and we set this time aside. I texted him yesterday, heard nothing back. I say all that to say, to all the fans that we have had that have hung in with us, especially the last 2.5 months, I'll say, that we've been really putting into work to get better microphones, get better camera, better equipment, and try to turn the show into what our vision of it is. For everyone who's hung in there with us, like, thank you for that. And this isn't one of those things where it's like to everyone on the opposite side, like, fuck you. It's just, bro, if you want anyone to take you serious, you got to make serious moves. Like, you got to take yourself serious. You got to take your word serious. You say you're going to be somewhere, say you're going to be there. If you can't show up, don't do a no call, no show, especially in this industry. If you can't make it to a shift, don't wait until an hour before your shift and say, I can't be there, or not even pick up the phone to say, hey, I can't come in. Just, hey, man, I can't make it. With this show, with this industry, always think about the people who have to pick up whatever slack is left over from you not being able to follow through on your word, man. And for people out there who have never worked within this industry, also remember that that is one of the reasons why that server, bartender, manager, busser, whoever may have that look on their face at the end of the night where they're like, man, I'm just too tired to smile at you right now. I don't have the energy to fake it and make it seem like what you're doing is not rude. I'm tired. Someone called in. I'm picking up some slack. We're all picking up some fucking slack. But we also have to look within ourselves as well and say, those coworkers who aren't willing to pick up a phone and say, hey, I can't make it, or follow through when they're on the schedule, I mean, you're just as much of the reason why we're not making the tips we should be making as the guests who aren't tipping us, because you know what they're looking for from us. And if you're not here, it's harder for us to provide that service.
Amen.
Damn, with the mic drop.
Well said. Well said.
All right.
Well said. Well said.
That is well said. Well, thank you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.
Gentlemen. Ram again.
Ram again.
If we can ram once, we can ram again. That's a good laugh.